I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed
That
it,
is
dude. You
good.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan there,
You
dude.
did.
You
Oh,
fucking
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you did. You visually transformed
That's
yourself
good.
into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
Hey,
Waka.
boo laka laka chaka. Hey, looks good. Looking good over here. Lighting looks good. This is the best
Yeah.
my screen's looked in a while. We'll see how it changes whenever Slay steps into the picture though and sucks all the light out
I'll
of the
light
room.
out of the room, right? Yeah. Right. Right. How was your week?
It's,
Hmm.
it was interesting. It was an interesting week.
Sounds like a story.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
couple. Yeah.
yeah, I'd say it was pretty interesting week, you know, but same time, let's see, get the same kind of non-eventful, you know, pretty much standard. Like there's nothing major happened, bad or good. It was just kind of
there.
yeah, pretty much, but yeah, just I think everything's good, man. Everything's good. Life's good over here.
Cool.
Yeah, how was your week?
Pretty good. Yeah, just pretty standard, you know, work week. Nothing really interesting going on, and a few work things, but nothing like nothing like that. Didn't really. I started watching Ozark. Never saw the show Ozark before.
Is it good?
It's very similar to. It's got a very Breaking Bad. Yeah, have you ever saw Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's very Breaking Bad style.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people say Breaking Bad is like the best show that was ever made. I mean, that's people think it's better than Sopranos and maybe even Game of Thrones, you know.
Right.
I don't know. I've seen all of them and I think they're too different to compare. I don't know so one's better than the other, you know.
Yeah. No, they all have their pluses and they all have minuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. I watched the first 9 episodes of Ozark so far, and I like Jason Bateman. You know, I like him. He's
he's a good actor. I like his sense of humor.
Yeah, it's not a comedy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's the main actor in it.
The protagonist.
Yeah. And then Laura Linney is the main actress. That's good. Getting a little black Manhattan.
What? What? What?
I
drinking. I'm going Black Manhattan style.
Yep.
Say hi to Slay.
Hello, Slay. But yeah, I'm gonna go with some of that. And but yeah, it seems like a good show. I also finished watching. I would binge through the Righteous Gemstones.
What?
The Righteous Gemstones.
Gem 2 and the Righteous Gemstones.
I don't know where you're getting Gem 2, but
I thought it was like Gem, like
no, just the Righteous Gemstones. That's what it's called.
Okay, all right. Has nothing to do with Gem, the girls figurine cartoon.
Nope. It's just a comedy with what's that guy's name?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman? No,
He plays it so well.
I know, right? It's so natural.
John Goodman's in it. That's one guy's in it.
Lightning's good today.
You know John Goodman, right?
Yeah, he's got a good comedy style too.
Yeah, he's in it.
Big Lebowski. Trying to
Yes.
show Slay Big Lebowski, and she was not feeling
Oh, yeah,
it.
we have the whole conversation.
I see.
Did
And
we have that conversation on here before?
let's go. Oh, Danny McBride. That's his name. That's the name of the.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, he was in
Oh
Baseballs. or
no, we didn't.
He was that. Yeah, I think I know who that character is.
He's in. He had a role in Tropic Thunder, which we mentioned last week.
Okay.
Cheers. Cheers.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
What are we drinking? Hey, Slay. What are we drinking?
This is gin and tonic.
What is a black? What is a black? What are you drinking?
Black Manhattan.
What is in it? It's
Rye bourbon,
okay. Rye bourbon.
and then instead of sweet vermouth,
Okay.
because that's what's in a regular Manhattan,
Okay.
it's rye bourbon and then Amaro. Whoo! That was wow, that was a heavy. Did we? Are you sure you poured Amaro in there, Karen? Karen, K Rock. You definitely used both bottles, right?
Brand new too. I bought it and
Okay, because that first sip was on a straight bourbon.
tastes like they used the sourest unripe oranges they could find.
That's weird.
Shit.
It's horrible.
Ah, okay. It was good, but I wasn't expecting straight bourbon.
Well, they're both in there. I don't know what to tell you. I heard her story.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of bitters. Apparently, you're not used to going out anymore.
A little bit of bitters makes the medicine go down. A little bit of bitters. So, Slate, what was your opinion on the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock Academy Awards?
Oh my god, right, Phoebe.
Who's,
So
did you have a side? Did you pick a side? Did you?
oh, okay. So this is really fucking funny because he just like casually walked up to like
Yeah,
he
it did.
laughed. So he laughed and then he like casually walked up and smacked the shit out of him.
Right.
He
Yeah.
smacked the jokes out of his mouth. I was
He
like,
did.
oh
He
my
did.
god. So okay, Chris Rock is thanks. Papa. So Chris Rock is so professional. He just took it. He's like, damn, I just got this. Will Smith.
And then just slapped the shit out of me. Yeah. He nailed it.
And he's like, don't talk about my wife, you know.
He's like, keep my wife's name
out
your fucking mouth.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But also, Will Smith, you put your relationship out there. Okay.
Right.
You and your wife talking about entanglements, her having sex with all these other people. You put it out in the open and blah 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 blah. On the they have his wife has this show on Facebook, the Red Table Talk, Red Table.
Okay.
And you know, it was a very popular show. They
Okay.
talked to all kinds of celebrities and stuff, and they talked about, you know, them having an open relationship, and they called their relationship an entanglement.
Okay.
You know, so ever since that, and that's like 2 years ago, but ever since then, people, you know, are talking about you and your wife. And you know, the joke that Chris Rock made, people would have forgot about it in 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, because it
Like
wasn't
it
even
went,
that hard
it
to
went
joke.
right over my head, you know, like, okay, your wife's bald. There are people that are bald,
Yeah.
okay? People that are balding, men bald all the time. or whatever. Like you have alopecia, but you're still hot.
Yeah.
Like Jada Smith is still hot and
She's
stuff.
still
Like,
fucking hot. She is.
there's worse things, you know. And
Yeah.
you walked up on that stage. People are gonna remember that joke forever.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Like he is hired to be a comedian. He's not. He's not gonna pick and choose. He's gonna talk shit about. He's gonna talk about the black person.
can't
He's gonna talk
believe-
about the Asian dude. He's gonna talk about the dude in the wheelchair. He's gonna talk
Yeah.
about whatever. It's free range.
So you're on the Chris Rock side, Chris Rock team.
I'm on the Chris Rock side, yeah, and he
Yeah.
handled that shit like a fucking boss. We did get the shit slapped out of him, and that
He
was
did
very
get it.
funny.
But he handled it perfectly, dude.
He was
I
like,
thought it was a total
just not
overreaction.
to me. And
I was
3
like-
weeks ago, I was
it wasn't
I
even
just
that harsh
talked
of a
to Chris
joke.
Rock. She
Yeah,
was
it wasn't even that harsh of a joke. It was just, hey, Jade Pinkett, love you. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2.
exactly.
What? That's worth a slap? Come on.
No,
man.
it is not. It is not worth a stop. And it's also like, oh shit, what was I gonna say?
No, here's why.
I hate when
It
that
was
happens.
what she said from like a couple years ago when she boycotted the Oscars because something, and he made jokes about her boycotting the Oscars because it wasn't all gender inclusive or something. I don't remember exactly, but it must have came back into Will's household and caused a lot of strife. And
It's
I
just
think
so funny.
it's like when things stay bottled up for too long and you snap over the dishes, not
Sure,
being done in a domestic relation. It's not really about the dishes. I think that's
Yeah.
what it was. It was something way deeper that he'd been brewing for a couple years.
I
Yeah,
thought
so
that- yeah,
what,
so-
what
on
he's
my-
saying, is like, okay, the glass is full of water, but eventually it's gonna overspill. It's gonna start to tip over and stuff.
yeah.
That Chris Rock joke, he didn't fill that entire glass. It's been filling up.
Right.
for-
It's not right.
and then that last drop, he was just like, "Oh hell,
Nope.
I'm about to embarrass my entire family and ruin, or maybe even ruin my career because
Possibly ruined
that's
his career.
violent."
There's a lot of people
That
on the
is
Will Smith
violent.
side, though,
He's
man.
gonna walk up to another man and smack the fuck out of him in front of like Meryl Streep.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the Will. There's a lot of people on the Will Smith side, though, man. A lot of people are taking his side. I was seeing on Facebook a lot of people like,
He was
Will
on
Sm-
Fresh Prince of Bel Air talking about Uncle Phil, how he's bald. How many jokes did he make about Uncle Phil?
Oh, good point.
yeah.
Wife is just bald. She's still everything else. She's just
Yeah.
bald.
Yeah,
But he looked at his wife and was simping and shit because he laughed at the joke.
he
and
did at first. Yeah,
his wife was like, I don't think that was funny. Then he walked
Yeah.
on stage all casual and shit and smacked the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
yeah.
Like, that's assault. You did assault on live television.
Yeah,
You didn't even go to jail.
dude. I would think Chris Rock would be able to go, dude. I'm fucking suing him.
No, I think Chris
Rock. Wow.
Look, he would look weak if he did that. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like, this is what happens when you're a comedian. People aren't gonna like what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it was a good fucking joke.
But at the same time, if Chris Rock doesn't take some legal action, is he opening the doors for other people to go around and start smacking comedians because they don't like what it said?
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do that shit.
No.
I mean, Will Smith crossed a line that had no business crossing. No,
True.
business. I mean,
You know how
it's
that stage was so far away from him. All the steps that he took, he was.
Dude, it took him 20 seconds to get there.
You could have thought in those 20 seconds, maybe I shouldn't do this in front of all the A-list celebrities, everybody, fucking Oprah or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see the camera. Is there a camera on Jada at that point? Did anybody get Jada's reaction when
We
that
got Lupita Nyong'o's
Yeah.
right behind Chris Rock. She was like,
Yeah, no, I didn't see Jada's reaction to the actual.
oh,
No,
I
don't
didn't
know
either.
if there's a camera on her. I don't know if it exists.
Oh
if
my
that
God.
camera.
I hope he's so
I don't think that
embarrassed.
there
My
was a camera
husband,
fixed on her at that point. But goddamn, I wish there was.
you just put all of the attention on me.
and made it so awkward afterwards for the rest of the evening. Like you just fucked up the whole entire evening.
Yeah.
There's got to be an
Wow,
awkward
wow,
heaviness
wow.
in the air
Wow,
after
wow,
that.
Will
Like,
Smith. God damn, everybody loves that dude.
That's a long fall for Will Smith, man. I mean,
Well, we'll see. He won Best Actor, so he's
You did, like you did get it and drop it. Like you had a whole
Yeah.
breakdown, like when he was crying and shit. Like he looked terrible. I was
Yeah.
like, you look terrible, babe. Will Smith looked bad.
Right.
He used to be my dad. I was like, my dad's Will Smith.
right.
He's such a beautiful person, but like you look like a fool. You made yourself look like a fool, and it is funny for my entertainment. Is it right? No, but that shit was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's called the slap heard across the world or across the internet. They're saying it's slap heard
Right.
across the internet, something like that. Is that what they're referring to?
Something like that. Yeah.
There's so many memes that happen the same, like Chris Rock, like he's like,
Oh, there's gonna be so many memes coming out of this.
No, there's one meme that has it has Chris Rock saying what he said, and then there's a picture of Will Smith just going, and then there's a picture of Jada Pinkett Smith just looking, and she has it says, execute General Order 66.
yeah. The
And
commander
then-
told me to
yeah.
slap the fuck out of you in front of everybody. So
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, and then it totally goes back over to Will Smith. He's just
And also that's the thing. Okay, yes, you have free speech. So I feel for the people that are with Will Smith. You have free speech, but it's like it's the same as like whatever you put out there. You know,
Jibbity Jung Jung.
you can get the shit smacked out of you.
Hey, what's up? We treat
Knocked out of you.
Yeah,
First.
you can. I'm like you have freedom.
I know
of
I
speech.
can.
I have the freedom to smack the shit out of you. You know, you just embarrass me and my wife in front of everybody.
Oh, we're talking
Also,
about
like,
my buddy Will.
yeah,
Buddy
like,
Will,
you're
yeah,
a
you got
comedian. You're a comedian. You know that he's gonna say something. You know.
it's so interesting. So there's, and I want to get the monk's opinion since he just chimed in. But before we do, I just want to say about the the cosmic connection that we have to all this is 3 layers deep, because Monk has worked with Will Smith and met him, and your wife Jeannie actually went to a party with him and met him, and I saw Chris Rock
Just
on
the other
both
night.
the West Coast and the East Coast. I saw him in Los Angeles at the Rainbow. That was in my ear. Yeah. Thank you. No, is it a Rainbow restaurant in LA? When he walked like right by us, I didn't have any interaction with him, but he walked by our table in New York just a couple weeks ago, and actually
That's
did
what
make
was
an
funny. He
interaction
was so
with her.
happy.
He's looked at her, and she looked up, and I looked at him, and he was close enough I could see a little bit of gray in his beard, and that's why I went, Chris Rock, and he went,
right, Chris Rock.
Yeah.
and then she
Yeah.
goes, "Why'd you say his full name?" I was
Hey.
like,
Because it's Chris Rock.
And that's
that's just what came out of my
And that's
mouth.
what's so funny. He didn't know 3 weeks later he'd get the joke smacked out of his mouth.
There's
That
one
was
more
so
layer.
funny.
One more layer to the
He was
onion.
so
though.
happy too.
We went a couple months ago to the Roots show here in Pittsburgh,
Oh, wow.
and Questlove, his moment of his award, he won best documentary.
Oh, I just started
And
watching that. Oops, sorry.
That was supposed to, so his moment got robbed because instead of it being a celebration of 2 people from, these people from Philadelphia, you got Questlove and Will Smith, both from Philly, and that happened. Will Smith just like after that, that's all everybody could think about, and I think it cut into the time of Questlove's award speech. I'm not sure about that. I have to watch see if that is on there, but yeah, heavy moment, very disappointed in Will Smith. I think is a big fall from what I thought his character was, but at the same time, and proof that you can know what to do. And as humans, it doesn't mean that like knowing is not always the action. That's why the action speaks louder than words. But you can try, and we're all works in progress, but there's a moment where you slip up. I mean, that was a big slip up for Will Smith.
I think it was a slip up, but to be honest with you, I do understand, and there is a part of it. There's a big part of it. When I first heard it,
Somebody with a wife down here, yeah.
I am like, damn straight. I was like, good, you know. That's exactly. But then I saw it, you know, and I think where all the chivalry and anything that it was going towards was then knocked down a huge peg by him dropping the F-bomb twice. You know, that was but I do quite understand it. And
It was a
when I
reaction
was
to
asked,
anger.
yeah, and when
You can
I
see
when
that.
I was asked what I would do if I would do that, you know, I there would be a huge part of me that would, but I think the point I would probably want to make that I think would be a better impact would be to go up on stage immediately, look him in the eye, and say, excuse me for a moment, and address the crowd and say, I'm sorry for hijacking the show.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this man here the opportunity to apologize to my wife, who he just, offended and made her, if there's any possibility that he made her feel like a less of a human being or less beautiful than she really is because she has some type of, disease or health, he deserves to apologize to her right now. So I'm sorry I'm hijacking the show, but he needs to apologize to her right now.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
And then I would smack the shit out of her.
Classy.
No,
That is
no,
classy.
no.
I mean, but
No,
also,
no.
she's just bold. She's just
Beautiful.
bold. I have alopecia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have bald spots in my head and stuff like that. And that's like make me feel very insecure and everything like that.
I have
But
a bald
she's
wife.
just
by
bald.
choice.
She's still hot. She's still Jada Smith.
She
She's
always
still
keeps
like
that close
So,
crop hairdo anyway. Like you
Yeah.
can't really even tell she wouldn't have said anything.
I thought it was an awesome choice. I didn't know about
the
the
joke
health
would
thing.
have went over everybody. It would have left your mind 10 seconds later.
Like Chris didn't
But
need
you
to do
made-
that joke. I think it was just a deep rub because Chris.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, that's ever since, for the last 25 years, the Oscars have been a general roast of celebrities. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, you've had, most of the hosts that you've had just generally roast people in the audience.
Yeah.
Rather than being focused on a
Right.
specific individual, it's just, oh, now we're talking about this person, and so then I say something that is of a roasting type nature about that person. So
cancer.
Yeah, you almost
Like
yeah. I mean, I think it's almost
It's bald.
expected at the thing, and the joke itself wasn't even. I didn't think the joke that was offensive. Like I said, I mean, I remember back when G.I. Jane first came out, everyone was talking about.
So long ago.
Yeah, but
Such a
but
bad reference too.
Yeah,
It's not even a funny joke.
No, it's not a funny joke. It's not a funny joke. But I mean, when it came out, everyone was talking about how brave Demi Moore was for shaving her head.
Yep.
And still appearing as a sexy, strong-willed woman in G.I. Jane. So he's referring your wife, who now happens to be bald, it being in the sequel to G.I. Jane 2. It's really not even an insult. I mean, it's just it's an acknowledgement that she is bald and sexy.
Like a bitch.
Yeah, she is bald and sexy, and would love to see her in this movie. Fuck you, Chris. Yeah, it's like it just didn't, to me. It just did not rise to the level that anybody should be offended by. Not yet. Obviously, I can't speak on anybody's. If something offends an individual, it offends an individual, and you don't necessarily want to offend that person. But some people are going to be fucking offended at the slightest thing, and that appears to possibly be what was going on here. Because that was not the kind of joke that should offend anyone
or warrant
he
a
could have
physical
talked
altercation on live TV.
Well, no joke warrants a physical confrontation. No joke warrants a physical confrontation.
And it's so crazy because Will, he always had comedy in his root of his talent. I don't know if he did stand up, but I mean, I know he's, it was.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. I don't know.
Come on, Bubba. Like you're a comedian.
Yeah. I just
acting comedian. Yeah.
This was interesting. Somebody posted this. I don't know if you could.
People talk about the Oscars' ugliest moment. Some perspective. John Wayne was held back by 6 security guys because he was trying to get on stage to hit this woman. What?
1973, Native
Native
American
American
actor.
actor.
Good.
Such a little feather, booed and cheered by Hollywood at the Oscars before being mocked by Clint Eastwood and almost physically assaulted by John Wayne simply for asking that Indigenous people not to be dehumanized in film.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, what the fuck is she on?
Wow.
If we're not going to dehumanize them on film,
That's
then
so
where are we going to dehumanize them?
No one could hear them at the bar.
Right?
That is some misogynistic shit.
Yeah, isn't that horrible?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
hmm
There's the word religion.
Speaking of, just to slightly change the topic, I just received a really interesting phone call. Speaking of Indigenous people,
This is interesting.
for the possibility of, hey, it's the Hannah K Rock, everybody.
Jimmy.
Drink them if you got them. Whoops.
I like your jewelry.
She's always
That,
rocking
that
great jewelry.
turquoise ring. It's nice.
Slay said,
For the possibility of,
I was just relaying to K Rock that Slay said she liked your jewelry, especially that turquoise ring.
That's my mom's.
That is K Rock's mom's ring.
Oh.
nice,
Love you.
love you, Gene.
There it is.
Madre.
So, you got called by somebody for a potential thing to do something.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wait, what happened?
What?
Awesome.
Weren't you
Awesome.
following? Just joking. I didn't say anything yet.
Oh.
Um.
Mhm.
How do I describe?
Mamma mia.
Possibly playing casino shows in the Midwest, or singing for a cover band, in doing casino shows in the Midwest.
Like the Dakotas?
Yeah, like anywhere from Ohio to the Dakotas. It's in indigenous casinos.
Okay.
That's where this company has
And a company contacted you?
through Dr. J from BCM. He got contacted from a friend of a friend. It's a interesting, odd possibility, and they called me saying if I would be interested or able to be a singer for it.
Would you be interested in?
Well, if the money is that they're talking is correct, and depends how much time is spent in travel,
Right.
versus the gig.
Right.
It would be, and they're long shows. It's like a 4-hour show, 2 or 3 nights a week, but the band would be getting between 5.5 and 7.5K.
Okay.
But we'd have a place to stay and food and lodging, but travel, and whatnot. And it would
You're
be
making like $1,000 a show. And then you're
depending on how many
3 or
people
4
are
shows a
involved.
week, you can make $3 or $4 a week. That's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, how long would the tour be?
Don't know. So I think there's a lot of stuff that has to happen
Right.
first. But isn't that crazy? What an interesting, like, they sent me like an idea of like what songs it would be. So what it is there's a company that this one guy works for that they book country stars from the 90s, right, on these big tours. But in every casino, there is the sidebar, right? That is that's not the main show for the night.
Right. Yeah.
And they always have a sidebar that people go to afterwards or during or instead of. And it would be essentially a wedding band, really, a high-end wedding band.
Right,
A lot of songs that I haven't heard before and a lot of songs that I have heard before. You know what I mean? Like doing like from Bruno Mars to Hall & Oates to Gary Newman, you know what I mean? And so, just songs, just songs. But for
Leonard Nimoy for you.
American Mouse
What's that?
Dream thing.
Like some Leonard Nimoy.
Like that Leonard Nimoy, which we got to bring up,
Yeah.
Anyway, but crazy. And would I do it? Rebecca was like, go do it, Jafar was like that too. But again, it's so not after like all the monetary logistics and this company purchasing logistics and working all the paperwork out, it's putting the band together who's available to do it, rehearsing it, and getting the show going.
Right.
You know, and in time for the shows that are booked.
Right.
There's a time where would have seemed cool to me, but now it's just like it seems.
To me, it's the opposite. I think earlier I've been asked before, you know, would you ever consider, you know, what you do weddings, you know what I mean? Be that cover band that, you know, that painful dance floor cover band, you know. I was like, no, that is not my idea of a song that I want to sing or pretend to sing in a, you know, like I'm having a good time doing it. But mainly was a lot of insecurities on me being comfortable in that scenario and not being able to pull it off. You know what I mean? Where they're judging me by the songs and I can't, it's theater. You know, I think I've come far enough along as a singer and a performer that to know when it's theater and when it's my band.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the shows that I do will be completely different, but there's a lot of elements and a lot of stuff that I could learn from this, not only just the touring aspect, but there's one of the information sent to me about this is there's something past where all of these casino stages are now they're turning into, or the ones on this circuit anyway, are, I don't know what the term is. It's all, none of the sound is being projected to the room. So all the guitars, all the bass are plugged into the board. The drums are electronic drum kits. Everybody's wearing in-ear monitors. There's no stage monitors. There's no live sound to the room. So everything can be controlled digitally, you know? So I guess only my voices would be the true loud, you know, thing.
Yeah, they did that. They do that at some of the beer fests. Right.
Yeah, beer fest.
Yeah, they did.
Headphones.
Yeah, you get your headphones. They have their silent concert.
We're just like,
yeah.
It's like no music. You're like, what's going on?
Right. Oh no, the audience hears, but I'm saying that the people on stage are all in-ear monitors. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it could be a really good lesson and a really good lesson on how to make money, not breaking your back. You know, it's something that I know I'd be able to do. I have the wide enough range for it. And looking at it like theater and a lesson, you know, that I could apply elsewhere depends what the pay is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What season would you prefer? Like the summer?
This would be a year-round thing.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. Again.
Right.
It's so far off, but it has the possibility, you know. So they're talking, is this something that we want to do where we mass book it for 6 months, make bank, you know, like just do it for 6 months real hard, or is it something that it's toward, you know, it's local, it's you know, it's twice a month kind of thing, and one of those gigs is far away, you know what I mean, where it's just supplementing and you keep your other job and it's just, you know, making good money on weekends twice a month. Anyway, is that crazy?
That's wild.
Yeah. That's poopy.
That's a kook in the Duke.
That's
drop.
kooks. That's a kook drop right
That's a kook drop in the Duke bucket.
Every single time you do that, I never understand what's happening.
Every time. And the confusion on my face. I wish you could see the confusion on my face when all the people change.
Right.
I was like, Jafar.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm glad I got off of the Will Smith topic, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
That was my main goal. That was my main goal. You know.
But yeah, it's all. I mean, so much of
I think Russell Brand said something funny about it.
Watch
you know, like.
He got the shit smacked out. Look at the lightsaber.
Oh, lightsaber one.
The lightsaber. Look at this one.
That face on the far right.
Oh
no.
He looks like Pookie from
from New Jack City.
New Jack City.
Oh my goodness, Will Smith! Why did
Oh,
you
that's
do
a different angle.
that?
What is it?
You got some Adam West up there.
Jane 2 joke. Keep my wife saying out your mouth.
Yeah. There was some Russell Brand said something funny about it. See if I could find it.
He's funny.
I love his
Just
face.
having a brain.
I love his face. He's like, ooh, you just did that.
Here, wait.
Oh my god.
Hold on 1 second.
I think that made Chris Rock's career a little bit better. I don't think people were actually talking about Chris Rock for a moment, and now,
Yeah, true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, Chris Rock, man. Ooh.
Because what would have happened
Hold on
if
a second.
he decided to smack the shit out of him back?
Chris Rock really got his ass kicked.
Hold on a second.
Will Smith smacked Chris Rock in the mouth at the Oscars. Is it ever alright to smack someone in the mouth in the Oscars, or make jokes, or even have Oscars? Is the world falling apart before our very eyes, unable to sustain even the briefest
Oh my
spectacle
god,
of
stop
meaninglessness?
talking.
Even the briefest spectacle of meaninglessness. And I was like, that's right. Like
That's funny, yeah.
giving all of this the importance. It's like a Trump. The more of the train wreck, us buying into that, that this even matters.
It's also that you literally have one of the 3 most powerful nations in the world actively attacking a neighboring country.
Mm-hmm.
And for at least a few days, everyone goes, yeah. But Chris Rock.
Wag the dog, people.
Wag the dog, yeah. Wag the dog.
Is Will Smith a Russian agent only meaning to distract from the travesty of the attacks on Ukraine?
Yes.
What the hell was the name of the character in Wag the Dog?
The Fad King.
The Fad King, right?
Yeah, Dennis Leary was the Fad King.
Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary's a fantastic, an interesting character.
Yeah. What was that one show that
Rescue Me?
Rescue Me.
Yeah, Rescue Me.
That
was a good show. That was a good show.
I think I watched the majority of the first season. This is when Netflix was sending us DVDs.
Yeah, oh yeah, back then. Yeah,
Remember that? Yes, indeed.
yeah. Rescue Me stayed solid the whole way through, all the way to the end.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it never really fell apart.
Yo.
You have to actually send those DVDs back in the mail.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
but they paid for it. They paid for
for it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We
Yeah.
have one more day to watch this movie. They're going to charge us for
Yeah.
keeping this DVD.
Well, no,
that was one thing about it. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was the other thing about Netflix was they had no late fees. If you had a disc, you could hold on to it for 3 years if you wanted to.
Right, but that's what you're paying for every month.
but
You're
that was the
renting
only-
that one every month.
But that was the only disc you could get. You couldn't get another one until
Send one
Until you
back.
send it
Yep.
back.
Send it back to get
Yeah.
one back.
Or you can up your pay thing where they're sending you 3.
up to 3.
So-
Yeah.
So you would watch one, send it, watch the next one, and in that time frame.
Because we're going to charge you for that too.
What? No, but I remember back.
Crash up DVD back, don't they charge you?
If you trashed it, you said.
Yeah, if you like scratched it up or something, and
receive
you
one.
send it back to them, and they know that the DVD was working.
I remember receiving scratch.
I remember
and they
receiving
just
ones
sent me
too.
a new one immediately. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
There
don't
were
need
times-
to wait or receive it.
There were times I ended up with some free ones because of that, like where they
Yeah.
double sent it, or it didn't arrive. I'm like, dude, you said it arrived, never arrived, and then it would arrive like a week later, but they had already sent one. So I guess I have a free copy of G.I. Jane. Put on top. Pow!
Mm-mm.
Good. Yeah. Who else? Can you name anybody else in the movie G.I. Jane other than Demi Moore?
Kevin Bacon.
I'd like to believe you're right. Right.
Was he a bad character? I feel like Kevin Bacon plays like
Everyone.
me, and and every single one.
except for
Except for Footloose.
He was just badass.
Footloose. Footloose. Kick
Kick off
the
Kenny
Sunday
Loggins blues. Kenny Loggins.
Right?
Hmm?
Good old Kenny Loggins.
Kenny.
You kind of got the shirt from Footloose. Her shirt.
Yeah, everybody cut. Everybody cut.
Yeah, that's only a Kevin Bacon Footloose shirt.
Kevin Bacon.
Let's dance.
Because I can't.
Jafar and I will do that periodically.
Just yell, let's dance.
In like if it comes on like in Walmart or when you're in Lowe's, we'll let's dance and then boom, do the 80s kick step down the aisle,
Right,
and I'm knocking stuff off the shelf. Going head spin.
Well, I freaking loved going to Home Depot and Lowe's with my Heelys on. Remember Heelys?
Heelys. Never got to own a pair, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
look
gosh,
fun.
with the roller.
They look fun.
Because like the ground is so smooth.
Yeah.
I got in trouble a lot.
Really?
I remember Ruse, kangaroos. They were TV shows. They were sneakers that had pockets. They were called kangaroos or ruse. I know, right? Makes sense.
I'll put drugs in there.
Put drugs in there.
No. Well, not everybody knows that. So I think
Well,
Well, it's just like it's like a a penny loafer.
With drugs. in
right.
That's it.
it's
That's
a
right.
penny loafer.
That's right. It's all they cost. They were 1 penny
There were 1 penny.
With a little
back
penny.
in my day. Thanks to Michael Jackson, everybody wanted penny loafers.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
because you could do the moonwalk in them.
Totally can moonwalk in them, and he wore them in the Billie Jean video, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Black penny loafers with socks.
That glowed in the dark, like the Off the Wall album.
Huh.
Yeah, who knew? Nice.
No.
Let's
Don't lie to me.
Oh, so who else was in G.I. Jane, by the way, BB? I'm
I
sure.
don't know.
I thought that's what you were researching. This whole time.
No, it was an honest question. I remember the movie. I was like, I wonder if there was anybody else in that movie.
Do you want to find out?
I guess. I mean, I wouldn't care if I didn't, but
Okay, can anyone guess what year?
G.I. Jane.
How old of a joke this is?
G.I. Jane.
2007.
No. It's early.
No, I mean,
right?
it's one of the numbers is correct.
1997.
That is correct. That's why I said it was close. You're
Damn.
10 years off.
19 G.I. Jane.
Right.
Because I remember watching that movie with my dad. She got so jacked in that movie.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, many people, many men and teenagers got jacked
They got
watching
they
that
all
movie
jacked.
too. They
They
all
took it-
jacked.
They took it upon themselves, though.
Get jacked.
Yeah,
To
to
get
get
jacked.
jacked.
Oh.
They did.
All I remember is that
Ridley
one scene when she
Scott.
like lost her.
No, Ridley Scott directed G.I.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm sorry, my
That is
allergies got me so crazy.
Fucking
dry.
crazy.
Your allergies are acting
Ridley-
up?
Oh, everybody's are, man. Oof.
Dude, mine are killing.
Yeah.
I barely
just
get
got
allergies, and
Cough
it's
just comes
dry.
in, just a dry
Like that.
cough
Yeah, the allergies are terrible right now.
shut and what the
My
fuck?
sinuses. What the fuck? Okay, let's see the cast.
Ridley Scott. Who is it?
This is an actual person. This is a true story.
I'm frozen. Dude, you're never gonna guess. Okay,
Is it-
who from the Hobbit films was in
The
the
Hobbit
movie?
films.
Yeah,
Yeah, we see it now.
It was Vigo.
yeah,
There you go.
Wow.
that was that look.
Vigo Mortensen.
Yep. Yeah, John Michael Higgins.
Are you a huge fan of Vigo Mortensen, Slate?
Did you do the thing? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
That was awesome.
I love it.
That was great.
Perfect.
That was great.
Thank you so much, Vivi.
Oh, you got a bit. That was so good.
I don't know who that is.
I looked away and then I came up and said, "Oh,
I
doing it."
don't know who that is.
Nice.
That's a keeper.
Ego Martinson.
Uh-huh.
Viggo Mortensen.
Vigo.
Mortensen.
I know, what a great name, right?
Yeah, it's like
He also played the bad guy in Ghostbusters 2.
Good one. That is not that's bad
like
big robot.
Like Ad Hoc's really like in like the corner in the shadows, like smoking weed.
That's what he did.
That's what
John Michael Higgins was in it. He's
Oh,
hilarious. I love that guy.
He is. He's great at the
Oscars?
old improvisation.
The improv movies.
I like to refer to it as improvisation.
Improvisation.
Mm-hmm.
Vigo. I like that name. Sounds like a X-Men name. Vigo.
Vigo is the name of the main villain in Ghostbusters 2.
Mm-hmm. I'm on about Vigo, master of evil. Try to battle my boys. That's not legal.
Oddly, I just saw a show with the actor who played the judge in Ghostbusters 2.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold? No. I don't know. I don't know the actor's name, but you remember the judge in Ghostbusters 2?
I don't.
One of the first scenes, they're on trial and
it's true. This man has no dick.
No, that's in the
That's
first
from the first one.
Yeah,
okay.
The second one, there's a scene where I don't know what just happened.
And I barely know that. Movie.
Yeah, no, there's one where there's a scene where the Ghostbusters are on trial. I don't remember why. I don't remember for the damage
the first
to the
movie.
But then the judges, he doesn't believe anyone. He's like, "No, be quiet." And this is where they learn that the slime reacts to emotions.
Right. Oh, and okay.
And I'll send you all straight to hell. And then the two guys, and that's him. And I never seen him in anything until I saw him in a show last night.
And who is it? Neil Morrison.
He's also in the show Ozark, which I just started watching.
Jafar loved it.
What? BB, new episodes are out.
I've never watched it.
I know. I've never seen any of them.
I haven't either.
I watched the first time.
Jafar has. Jafar loves it.
I like it. It's right in the it's in the Breaking Bad vein. That's what I said to Al earlier. Just it's very similar to that, and I'm in general a Jason Bateman fan.
Yeah. So. Have you started watching Smartless or listening to Smartless at all? You watched any of those? Listened to any of those? Jeez.
No
podcast. I referred to it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember
him and Will Arnett and
that's right.
The one guy from Will and Grace. Oh, I'm sorry, can't remember his name. Dave. I can't remember. But Odenkirk's been on there. Boy, that long list of great people on.
Right.
What's that?
I didn't play it.
I didn't do that. Did you do that, Ad Hoc?
No, I didn't. I was just like,
you did it, Slay. That's breastist.
I was going through little things on the side, and I was like, "What is this?" And I clicked on it.
And it says tits up.
It says tits up.
First F-bomb on the show. Oh, well, Will Smith missed that.
Right.
So who's the judge?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
He's a character actor. He walks around naked a lot in Ozark, though.
That's a character.
Oh. Yep. But I don't know him for anything else. I don't think he's ever been in anything else. Just those two things. Ghostbusters 2 and
it's a good career.
Yeah.
Good career. God.
Yeah, he's a lot older now.
Why is that in your hand?
Ghostbusters 2.
There's a weapon in his hand.
We got brass. Say, have I brass knuckles? Oh yeah. Brass knuckles.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to do anything.
Is that Venture Brothers or?
It's a Daffy Duck.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to sell Porky Pig, all kind of stuff. And then starting to say some big guy said, "Have you?" I can't remember. Hey, have you got any brass knuckles? Yeah, brass knuckles. Yeah. Say, have I brass knuckles? Oh, yeah, brass knuckles.
Tacos.
And he sells them the brass knuckles, and the guy
You're trying to get tacos at Condado.
That was like
uses them on him.
We talk about that.
I feel like we did.
Talking about what?
All of the Warner Brothers cartoons are on HBO. Did I tell you guys this last week?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
They're and it's awesome because they have them listed as seasons.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And so you're seeing them kind of at their release order.
Like what order they were created in.
Yeah, created it.
Mm.
And the ones we watched the most and appreciated the most were from the early 40s.
Really?
1940s. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like the Barber of Seville and all those, like,
Right.
that's like 1942.
That's when you were still permitted to indiscriminately fire a shotgun around
Yeah.
in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yourself. That joke
Yeah.
was a lot.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
I can see that anymore.
Nah.
Yeah. You know what to do, Bob.
It's great that those weren't like banned, like basically this equivalent of being burned. Like they still exist, and it's like
They do still exist.
if they offend you, don't watch them, don't read them, right? But like they have the right to exist.
Yeah.
I mean, but the same thing could be said about the Confederate statues, and it's like okay, they're all up around. It's like kind of. Do we want to perpetuate that?
Well, I mean, neither the Looney Tunes nor Elmer Fudd ever tried to secede from that country.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a subtle difference.
Yosemite did a couple times.
Yeah, Yosemite might. You're right. We might have to ban the Yosemite Sam cartoons. That's
For being too accurate.
yeah.
To the
Right.
South.
Right.
Oh, banned.
No, banned. But yeah, otherwise, I mean,
Joke.
yeah, there's definitely there's a difference between free speech and
Free hate speech.
free hate. Yeah, free hate speech. That's two different things. Two different things, I say.
I say. So, BB, the man got you doing something at 9 a.m. tomorrow, huh?
It's not even the man. It's just the house. Yeah, we have
Some man is coming to the house to check on the house.
some man that knows how to do things that none of us know how to do.
Oh,
Said,
yeah.
hey, if you'd like that repaired, I can do it for you. I'll be there at 9. And you're like, do I need it done? Well, it's your gas heater. You probably need it done. All right.
Oh, okay.
Can't you sleep through it?
That's what I'm trying to finagle. I'm trying to see if fucking Adrian's going to come over and be like, I'll handle the furnace guy.
No.
No. Yeah.
Adrian's
Well,
doing okay?
Yeah. It's all part of the the dude that owned the house before us that built all this. He had fucking every time you do something like we're like, okay, we just gotta getting a new dishwasher or replacing a sink or something like that. And you get under the fucking counter and the pipes are just like, what the fuck was this guy doing? And
Figure it out as you went along.
Yeah. So we knew that the furnace wasn't working right. I mean, we knew when we bought the house, they're like, you're probably gonna have to have it replaced in 4 or 5 years. And it's been 5 years since we bought the place. So we were expecting it, and this past winter is pretty much given up. Like it doesn't heat the one side of the house.
Mm.
And we called a guy in, and he came and looked at. Well, we have a home warranty thing, that covers shit, and so they sent, the
I have a
air
toilet lid that does that.
Yeah, that does heat the house.
No, cover shit. Thank you.
And thank you.
But
But,
come see me on my indigenous casino tour. Thank you.
Yeah, they came over and they were just like, the dude looked at it. They were there for like maybe an hour looking at it, and they're like,
Scratching his head.
and he's like, okay, so listen, we're gonna have to write back to the warranty people because I don't know who put this together, but there are so many code violations in the way this is put together. I'm honestly not sure what we're even allowed to take care of. And I was like, And they're like, yeah, the one intake valve, it's set up in such a way that if there's a good chance you'll lose some fingers if you try to work on it. It's like, okay.
Okay. You got me laughing like John Candy on that one.
All right. Sad John Candy.
Yeah.
John Candy.
It's a sad John Candy laugh.
Poor Gary Coleman.
But the joke remains. Oh, 2,000 Big Room Bucks. Who sang that song?
Who sang that song with poor Gary Coleman?
2,000 Big Room Bucks. For those of you out there that don't know, look it up.
The actual
What a Big Room Buck is, we ask questions, you give answers, we give you.
the actual name of the song is AM Suicide.
That's right.
AM Suicide.
And it's not. No, you can't say what the AM stands for anymore.
No, you can't say it anymore now.
These were different times.
These were different times.
It's
This
like
was
20 years.
this was at least
The year of G.I. Jane.
this is at least 13 years ago, right?
Longer than that.
12 years ago? 4
Sure.
years ago?
Yeah, that too.
AM Oh yeah, I guess because we heard the song AM Suicide back when we first met
Discovered
them,
them.
right? Yeah, you're right.
Met
Okay,
them.
yeah.
It's the first album.
Yeah,
Right?
that was G.I. Jane year, I think. I
Yeah,
think you're right.
97.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
magnificent.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? No. I'm
What?
joking. Wow.
I just think in 97, it was like I had just moved to North Carolina, you know.
Who brought that up?
We talked about this last week. I just wanted
Yeah.
to see if this is something that we could do. It's only 15 minutes.
That's not a full
Three.
episode.
What?
There's no way that's a full episode.
No, that's
It's not even a full episode.
how are they going to know how it ends?
But it's enough that we would have a conversation afterwards and
Right.
possibly inspire you digging up the VHS cassette so that we can get them
The history can.
to the cloud. Which
History
I
cloud.
said, if you can locate them, I'll figure out a way to do it.
Ad hoc can figure anything out. Ooh, there's an echo on TK. 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 There's an echo on TK.
It's a viewers. No, it's coming through ad hoc, I think.
There's an echo on BB. There's an echo on BB. There's an echo on BB.
It's gone now.
Right.
Is it gone now?
Is it gone now? Is it gone now? Is it
Is it
gone?
gone now?
Do you know who's gone now? Me.
And he's out.
Now,
Peace out. He just peace out.
K-Rock.
You sleepy Jeep back there?
I didn't know. Okay. Is Adrian still here? Or is she like,
Message him a link. What you're supposed to same thing with the insurance and stuff. If there's any way you can do that now, that would be great.
Baby juice. Need some juice. Need some juice. All right, baby. I think this is gonna have to happen if BB's up. BB, are we up for addressing this issue? We hyped it up last week. I feel like it's a good time. Hey, BB's frozen. He's frozen.
I don't care, man.
Tiki monkey.
You can't hear you. Now you're
Tiki monkey.
What's up?
We hyped it up last week. Are you guys willing to do this?
What? D&D's?
15 minute. It's 15-minute Slay. To preface this,
We should have Jafar here for this.
I could take a good racist joke, is what she said. Nobody on here is racist.
And that's exactly true.
So the comedy was, again, I think it's very relevant considering Will Smith crossing the line, slapping Chris Rock. When there's a stage etiquette when you're at a comedy show. Does that same thing apply when you're at the Oscars? You know, I mean, he kind of crossed the fourth wall, if you will, to slap Chris Rock on live TV. I mean, there was so many it was an interesting call, but at the end of the day,
It was an interesting call.
Chris Rock was a comedian, doing a roast, which is BB pointed out. It's kind of what that segment of the Oscars kind of evolved to, was pointing out different celebrities that are in the audience and, saying something that might not be totally flattering. But in any case, it was what we explored as youngins, trying to make an adult dubbed cartoon of something that we love to do, and a cartoon that was kind of near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
But some, I don't know how this is going to come across.
There's so much anticipation built up around something.
I hope it'll last.
I hope it'll last. We're really watch this. It's just so what we did was really, if you enjoy South Park, you'll enjoy this. Nothing is horribly racist. We're not mean. We're just really adhered to. We were making fun of stereotypes existing because we thought that stereotypes are a ridiculous extreme of such a general population. So doing a stereotype, creating a character as a stereotype, we thought was funny, pointing out that people in cartoons are stereotypes. And I don't think people would really get that, because they could just say, oh, you guys are being stereotypes. But we were pointing out the fact that in cartoons, there are huge stereotypes, and everybody just accepts it. And
they go with that. They roll with it, and they know.
Trying to say. And so we were pointing out that people in the media use stereotypes. So we were pointing that out. That because the one black character in the cast, we named her Token.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. On South Park, they named him Token, and ours, we named her Negro.
That's right.
Because all these extremely white people, that's all they knew. That this is a Negro.
Oh God. Okay, let me watch this.
On that note,
so
I think you did a really good job of explaining. I mean, the whole thing is a play on stereotypes. But
with Token, it was South Park. Park did Token. We did Negro.
All right, here we go.
That's
so
right.
I don't know when this segment is that we did, but
Can't remember which one this is.
This is the big room floor.
Oh, this is so stuttery.
That's you.
Yeah. I hope the volume gets better, otherwise we won't be able to hear the jokes. But that's the big room. That's the original big room, everybody.
Not exactly a vacation resort, is it?
This isn't.
What are we going to do?
Oh, we kept the original voices.
Yeah, for that.
That's what it originally sounded like. It's not working.
What the hell is that? So anyway, what were you saying?
What do you mean?
About the
About the killing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So I stabbed my knife until it repeatedly light. And then I guess it was a panty boy, but I still went with the 4, Died at his throat, too. And then I took it. That's not recording me, is it?
Oh, what?
The machine, it's not recording, is it?
Oh, heavens no, Mr. O.J. Simpson. That is your name, right?
Yeah, you know what my name is, Chris. And hey, that is recording, you bastard. I told you don't next, buddy. Realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
A joke of the era.
Oy vey, so humid. It's driving my Yamagosh.
They got
Oh.
bumped.
They got sent off.
Wow. I wonder. But to be honest, was your screen staggery?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not flowing. I think his connection was so bad. Or did StreamYard bump him?
No, he's back.
Hey.
Got bumped.
Did you do that or did they kick you off?
No, it was my mouse bumped into something and at the
Well-
wrong time and just exited us.
Well, to be honest with you, ad hoc,
On in the closet.
ad hoc. On our end, it was super staggery and the volume is super low.
So does somebody else want to try to share it?
Nope.
Nah.
Well,
But we could watch
matter.
it all together sometime.
No. Well, we could watch. Let's just continue then here, because she can see it and she's.
Oh, it's in real time for you. Right.
Yeah, she can see it in real time and hear it in real time.
We if we mute you, by the way, the sound gets a little bit better.
Right. But we won't be able to hear your response.
Right.
Yeah, and really, that's part of the main thing is the response video. If we could just have her up, maybe we can. Here we go. I'm gonna try this. Here we go. So
All right. I'm going to mute my mic then. Right.
Well, we would have to do like this
What?
and that,
No.
Phoebe, you lost
and
me.
she says no. So here we go. We're just
Okay.
gonna roll it. We want to see everybody's reactions, everybody's reaction videos. I was trying to hide this.
Yeah, mute you.
It's so humid. It's driving my Yamagosh Kamutkin. Oy, oy.
God damn it, you little footstool. All I wanted was some victuals.
I'm sorry, Vernon. I didn't mean to burn your grits.
Habib, whatever the hell your name is, get this midget out of my sight.
No. I'm so sorry, Lord Vernon. He's like a cute little raggedy Ann doll. I do not think I can do it. I must be going now.
Aren't you forgetting something, Curry boy?
What do you mean? Oh, that is my own palace in India. I remember living there when I was a little child.
Good call, moron. Unless you want it all raped, plundered, and looking tattered, you will succumb to my will.
Oh, I am sorry, my little Cabbage Patch. However, my will is not my own. I have no choice in this matter. Here, stay here for a second.
She left it to stay here for a second.
You're like,
No. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Baba boo boo boo.
Happy birthday! And what it meant to say was happy birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Whoa.
You know, tooth foods. Yeah, it's your birthday. I don't know. They're pea people, I guess. I just think it's math. Thanks, guys. Bobby hasn't smashed anything in a long time. Boy, did you see I scared him? Huh? I give you 10 to 1 odds you to load
I
this
don't know what's
time.
a low, but
Ah!
I get him.
I best prepare for battle.
Get out of my way, you ugly, scaly looking thing. Pinocchio Cadabra, Mario Andretti, Happy Little Fredo, Betty.
Nothing's gonna turn. Hey, a Jack in the Box for Jack off. We have them now. They're screwed.
I guess we shouldn't pinch our nipples before puberty.
I think you misunderstood.
Man, people make lousy toys, dude. I mean, one swat and they're broke. Hey,
I can pause it for a second after this scene.
I'm afraid they're all gone, Test Man Bob. Hey, it's about the head. Hey, where did the people go? Where do birds go when they fly south? Where do elephants go to die? What I'm trying to say is, I really just don't know. You mean the party is over? The party isn't over till I pass out puking. Oh yeah, he's a gift. A shiny box it is. Hey, wait, there's a necklace inside a necklace. Well, actually, it's a bracelet, Bobby. I mean, being a barbarian and all, I thought you were a much larger individual. It seems I never really paid that much attention to you. I imagine you give it time to give it away if you want. It's the thought that counts, I suppose, although I really didn't put that much thought into it. If you'd like to look where I got it, I got it someplace over there.
Wait, hold on. I really didn't get much of that, boss. You could just go over the part that you just... Hey, come on! I hope you got some of that food that I sure as hell didn't. I guess we could just go this way. You put it somewhere off in this direction.
Oh my god, this is chaotic.
Can you pause it? Pause it for a moment here.
Yeah, everything's just like everything's taking a long time for this. So far, good reaction. I think a lot of what it reminds me when we did a screening and like people laugh over the jokes, and it's like you're laughing and it's great that you're laughing, but you're missing. It's so quick. There's so many different things.
I am.
Yeah,
but I can't. You're like.
It goes so fast. I know.
Yeah, each line is a joke.
It's funny that like it just cuts into like a whole different thing, and it's like you have to shut the fuck up to like hear what you're saying. Yeah, like it's really fucking funny. Like,
So yeah, the worst racial slurs are from the Southerner, who is a huge racist that wants to, just he doesn't care about people. And so that's us putting the stereotype on the Southerner being a racist, and the things that come out of his mouth are horrible. BB, you're muted.
Yeah, Curry.
Yeah, I mean, I can just say
Just
Curry
moronic
boy.
insults.
Yeah, Curry boy. It's just
But he's the villain, so you want to hate him.
shit
So it
like
works.
that, and it's just
Perfect.
Right, and it's a very unintelligent insult.
people are popping in and out of me. I think.
Is there? Oh, BB, we're popping in and out on you.
Yeah, he's staggering to me.
Okay, that's a bad streaming then. All right, anything else to add before we continue?
I don't know, Slay. Do you have anything to add? What's your thoughts so far here?
I think this is really, really funny. Like,
Are you impressed by our genius?
This is the genius of 20 years ago.
20 years ago, and also it's like I think
try 30.
I think it's funny, but like this is some shit that you can see on Adult Swim. You know what I mean?
That's what we were looking for.
That's the same. It's the same thing. Like it's like it's a robot chicken.
Robot chicken.
Robot chicken. It don't matter.
We did this we started this 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's that
True.
robot chicken shit.
35 years ago.
Yeah, that's that robot chicken. Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like that.
I can't believe that. Wow, this is an old cartoon.
Yeah. Well, you posted it 2012, and the first one we started when I was 10.
Yeah,
and this one was when after college, like in '94.
Yeah, and then he came out. Well, he came out of the closet with the whole wait, were you naked? Did you?
Oh yeah, that was Ichabod the Avenger. He introduced every episode.
The whole box.
And he had a giant Mickey Mouse watch around his waist.
Yeah.
What? In the closet,
yeah.
We were ahead of our time.
It's true. In the first episode, he was in the shower.
Oh wait, so you introduced doing some weird shit?
Yeah.
Every episode, he would introduce the episode. What would he do next? You never knew. Ichabod the Avenger was the name we gave him.
He was in the shower.
In the credits.
They had different weird places throughout our tracking shot through the big room.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we continue?
The mask thing is fucking hilarious, though.
Well, that's what makes him an Avenger rather than just
Right.
Ichabod.
Right.
It's best to watch down there, smoothest.
Hell, Moynin. Lord of objects, big and small. What about the tiny humans that you commanded, sire?
Who? What the hell are you? And what the hell do you want with us?
I am Vernon, the devourer, peruser of many fine foods, and I am interested in the pig butts.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Ha that, my fine.
The sass.
You're going to tell me where they at. Tell Hyde to throw them in the brig. I shall deal with them later.
Wow.
Choked it with them.
Golly, look at that. That must have been incredibly difficult to construct. I mean, being over lava and all.
Quit your loafing and lower the freaking drawbridge, would you, Mac?
So good.
Going on like
Move it, cross-dresser.
What would you suggest for I get reaching for it?
She loves the sound effects.
Go for it. Yeah, it smells like salami.
Salami and cheese.
Where the hell did that come from? Oh, Jesus, it's like a shoe that smells like that. What the hell are you?
Oh my god. Love it.
This humidity's not good for my hair.
I don't want anybody else. Hey, when I think about you, I touch myself. You know, Stu, you ever just have a song that's stuck in your head, no matter what you do, you keep singing it and singing.
All right. She had to tap out for a second. She's back, though. She just had to catch her breath. All right, here we go.
Sorry, I'm having a cold. This shit's
So
funny.
far, so good. Do you know who does what voices at this point?
No, I know
Princess Leia?
exactly who it is.
That's a good question.
I know exactly. This humidity's not good for my hair.
Oh,
It's funny.
Who does
like,
Carrot Top's voice?
Wait, play it.
that's Foley artwork.
I don't think I like this place, guys.
That's TK.
Try again.
Eh.
It's BB.
BB, I like your
BB's
voice.
Carrot Top.
You're muted, BB.
This humidity is not good for my hair.
I don't think I like this
I don't think I like this place.
Guys.
guys.
This shit's ridiculous as fuck. I love it.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And like I said, by maybe the fourth time you watch it, you might actually hear all the jokes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Power
yeah. And of course the sound effects are brilliant.
I like it. Yeah, the sound effect.
And the way that we did it at the time was with one microphone. We had a player and a recorder, and we just paused it and queued it up, and we knew exactly how to pause it so that it stopped on the exact frame.
Yeah.
It was what they called linear editing, but it wasn't on an even linear editing machine. We just set it up in the big room.
2 VCRs.
When we were like 15, right?
Well, we figured it originally when we were 11 and 12.
You were
11 and 12 years old.
Yeah, 11
You
and
did
12.
this when you were 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
Yes. And Biggie turned 11 today. So
Although this,
You turned 11.
this specific episode was when we were 20 and 21.
mhm.
But the original episode was when we were 11.
Yeah.
And you can actually hear our prepubescent voices recorded
in
on
the
that.
first recordings. Yeah.
Yeah, my voice wasn't as deep. It was like a little higher.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a great
That was your
episode.
11-year-old body?
No.
Oh, I was like,
No, that was my 20-year-old
you look grown.
body.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
One, anybody else? Hey, when I think about you, I touch myself. You know, Stu, you ever just have a song that's stuck in your head, and no matter what you do, you just keep singing it and singing it and singing it. Can't take t-shirt that, Bobby. The balls? Listen to me, Bobby. If your nipples are hard, it either means you are very horny or very cold. Swim your nipples, Bobby. That's all you mean. I just don't understand sometimes. Hey, I know. The volcano. I bet I
could hold my nipples there.
Oh my God.
He must be like a genius or something. He's smart, you know. He went to like a school or college.
All right, another tap out moment. And she's back. We're rolling. In
Okay.
3, 2, and 1.
My God, does everybody smell like salami in here? Salami and cheese. I've never smelled so much salami and cheese in my life. It's like a friggin' deli. Any moment, I expect some old Greek bastard to call a number, point at me, and tell me my bratwurst is ready.
So this is Paladin, Bulldog,
Number 42. Your bratwurst is
Hey
ready.
guys, look, Sir Ball!
Hey, Sir Balls! You crazy brook here. Hey, Fungo! Hands off the threads, I'll fight you! Oh, Christ, I meant crazy freaking legs is possible. Wait, you understand? I mean...
I wanna be loved by you.
What the fuck?
Fuck you.
Christ, my legs are stiff. We've been hiding here for so long. Let's take a look. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't care if you're my wife. I ain't putting on no monkey suit. For Christ's sake, keep that damn banana away from me.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. This last month, my wife had this
Oh,
bobby.
dude. Not a chance. We can make it now, I swear. Dude, let's move it. Yeah, on some waist stuff. You need to get that waist washes or something. Remember this song? Row. Let's do a round. I swear to God, that was easy. Hey, Bob, try it again.
You are the ones with the fire-burning blood. No, it wasn't me. It was the nerd.
What? You usually brass, right?
I am Pepe the Oversight. And I am an adversary. Great.
For a second, I thought you were a construction worker from the village people. Don't get us wrong, we like pig butt as much as the next guy, but they're sort of our prey.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between eating Chinese food and killing your dog. I understand. Now, follow me. Come this way. I have constructed the perfect plan. It is flawless in every detail. By use of this hole, we shall escape to freedom.
Hey, would you look at that? Come on, Whitey. Follow me. This way. Hey, really? Wait, no, get on the table.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
That's probably all of it, right? Oh, commercial.
All right, somebody talk about the commercials.
The
Right.
commercials were. I can't believe we have any of the commercials on this. But that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's smart.
The
You got
commercials were.
commercials on your shit?
Well, what it was we had recorded the last episode of the TV show MASH in 1981 or whatever that was, and these were the commercials that
From the early
aired
80s that were
from
so
the early
painful.
80s. So we took all these and just redubbed them into our own commercials.
Yeah, so here they go. They're hilarious.
Smell this! That's the start of the pig! Eat this! Walk with me! Move over there! Feed me! Pour me a drink! Chill this! Drink this! Explain this to me!
Oh my gosh.
Wear my coat! Drink this! Take my picture! Haha, laugh at me! We don't need anything, little babe!
That's a wine commercial.
Why don't you have to sell this shit? This is hilarious.
From hell's heart, I take the greatness of this car. It's a fantasy car, that's true. It's fantasy to join Ponce de Leon in the search of the Fountain of Youth. And you can find the Fountain of Youth behind the wheel of a Chrysler Cordoba.
Yeah.
A Chrysler New York.
Yeah.
Chrysler!
Chrysler.
My ass, you're fired. Bite me, the city car.
Okay, now I'm not quite getting the gist of this conversation. You're trying to relate
That's
something
TK.
that's apparently important to you that deals with your location. Is this correct, sir? Yes, I realize that. But as I've said, it's a very large business complex with many people in the house, as you say. Who are you trying to reach? Yes, the combination of this house that's causing my dilemma. My house, your house, the White House. Listen, I've got a lot of people waiting. Can you just leave your name?
Fellas at the bench, we're systematic now, Karen.
Please, sir.
Today on Alice Mel Kisses Flows Grits.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it's jumping like that.
Overlook is a monster.
You know, it's still in there.
The fuck is this? I have no idea what happened.
It's the magic code.
Baba, just have to take a screenshot.
You got to type that in and the portal will open.
Yeah,
oh my
exactly.
god! Like there's some weird code that just apparently it got embedded. This was not in there before, but let's just continue because there's no way to get rid of it.
Fascinating.
666. Is this a devil?
Man, did you see that thing? Yeah, I see that thing. And it's eating my $300 heel.
And then in the second grade, I discovered that paste doesn't taste nearly as good as mayonnaise. I mean, sure, they look the same, but paste just couldn't satisfy my maturing palate anymore. You know, Scrooge, Emoji was really proving invaluable. But that's a big word up. Mayonnaise and pig butt. Now, there's a taste flavor.
There's a small moron that speaks of pig butt approaching master.
Hot damn. Then go get 'em, boy, and we shall feast on pig butt roasted over an open grill.
Yes,
And then in the third grade, Sister Mina broke every finger on my right hand, which oddly enough put an end to my book eating days.
Fat man, you crustaceous pig dude.
Is this
So,
you?
Bob, is that you?
Of course it is.
Where are you?
Did you
I
accept?
can't
This
hear
is yours.
But you completely forgot why you were here.
But you never told me why I'm here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'll just, I'll see you later.
So, Bob, come back. Jesus, what the hell happened to you? What's wrong with me?
you could have hurt, didn't it? Now, put your hand up.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. Sure, I'll put my hands up. Oh, I really didn't mean that. Get out of here, dude. Okay, all right, dude. Here's the situation. We're at the volcano. My nipples are warm, so there has to be the pawn shop. Now, the only problem is, where the hell do we get a boat to cross the lava and get this thing sized down?
It'll take more than a boat to rescue your friends. Now give me the directions to the land of pig butts, or I shall cast you into my spittoon of despair.
Hey. What the hell do you know about my friends, buddy?
Play dumb with me, will ya? This will knock some sense into your little boy with the club. What the?
Oh, that's pretty lucky. Hey, so Grumman once said, you don't know who you're dealing with, buddy.
I know exactly who I'm dealing with.
Deal with it, Gandhi.
I'm afraid.
I just want to take a pause and say that was like 1 minute of all TK characters.
Yeah.
Go TK.
Yeah, I did like you doing Sir Bald of Head.
Yeah, that was a lot of back and forth and no cuts. Well, probably none. Who knows? The monk.
Lots of cuts, but yeah, it's great.
Once again, I cannot do what you ask. Something about a big man like me messing with your boy. Fat farmer, my friend.
You miles like a seal. Have you forgotten your own palace?
Oh, no, I'm not that dumb.
Hey, take one more step, and I'll show you what to do with this. You just listen to me. Hey, I mean it, man. You're asking for your president. Look. Hey, stop him, dude.
Oh, I knew I should have worn my turban.
Oh my
And that's where it got cut.
What the? Oh yeah, because back then you could only upload so much.
Wow.
thing.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps.
Ah man, that's disappointing.
No.
Thriller film.
I can't even get rid of it. Hold on.
Spoiler. What?
Oh my god.
What's he doing with hair? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, okay.
It's like the whole like premise is like this person needs to get their nipples warm.
Yeah, that episode. Yes, that is.
Well, my nipples are warm now, so.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, we got to see the full episodes and.
Yeah, 'cause that's the third episode. Like, there are references in that episode to things that happen in the first and second
Early
episode.
episodes. Yeah, that's right.
You know, so
I'll show you what to do with this here stick.
right, and the row your boat, like that ties in with an earlier joke from the first episode. Yeah, so you need to see those to really get those jokes.
What I miss?
That's about it.
So there you go. Were you offended?
Were you offended? Am I coming in clear?
Am I coming in clear? Were you offended?
I'm so offended. No, that shit was funny.
You wouldn't slap your bitch over it?
Slap your bitch up.
Chup, slap your bitch up. Come on, he's with you.
Hey, slap your bitch up.
Nice.
No.
Okay. All right.
But there are people that don't get your panties in a twist.
We'll twist my panties.
People will get their panties in a twist.
It,
Not
you
that
know,
this day and age. Will Smith will smack your bitch up, but you know,
And-
if you talk
Mhm.
about his bitch,
right.
gosh,
Twist my panties.
no, I really, really like it.
I'm actually I think
Really
good,
like
great,
it.
great. So now I can't wait for her to see the full episodes and
Oh, because they're actually quite clever. There's a story arc that runs through all 3 episodes. The references are timely and timeless at the same time. It's impressive. There was a lot of jokes in there that
from that era, you know,
got
you
me.
catch a
They're
lot of
clever.
There's a lot of inside jokes that you kind of had to be from that era, to, especially.
Oh,
with
yeah.
girls.
You uploaded this yesterday?
No.
Oh, that's a different video. Okay, so can we watch another one?
Unfortunately, no. That's the only one that's on the World Wide Web. And it even missed the ending of it. It cut the ending.
Yeah.
You don't know. if
Yeah,
you make it
totally.
out alive.
Yeah.
And we had to cut one of the funniest commercials too.
Oh man, all banks are the same.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Oh, he
I
does.
disagree.
Hilarious.
Oh, his voice. I'm
The
Elmer.
voice.
Oh, I don't
The
remember.
voice of the guy that he does is so good.
Oh, just the
I
face.
disagree. Yeah.
Oh, so
Inverted
please come
lips.
visit me. I'm so lonely because it's the safest. There you go. You got to see it.
Yeah,
you got to see. There's so many hands because they're in my
hands.
Thank you very much. Here you go. There's so many little jokes that if you don't.
Yeah, they're obviously safe because they're in my hands. Oh, here you go.
Thank you very much. Here you go.
Some random guy walking by.
You got, and of course, you got to remember that the original cartoon, like that's why we kept the original voices in the advert in the beginning, because it is complete rewrite of the story, obviously.
Right.
So it's pretty clever to make it all tie together. I'm watching it now. I'm like, wow, that's clever.
It's very, very good.
Like I mentioned,
especially for, like young.
Oh yeah,
Boys, like young men, like coming together
Uh-huh.
cohesively, like doing the voices,
Yeah.
keeping it consistent and everything. Like, I think that shit is hilarious.
like I mentioned, the Slay, and just watching that part of the episode, you know, there are references in that episode that tie into the first 2.
Yeah.
It really is a continuing story.
How?
on a show
What is it
that-
on? Is it on VHS? Like what?
It's on VHS, yeah.
You have to convert that.
Yeah, they're somewhere in BB's house.
New house. So
Yeah, I'll put it on. We'll try to prioritize.
Put it on the to-do list. We know you're still dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of fallout. So, lots of stuff.
Speaking of which, I was wondering what's happening to the house across the street.
We don't know yet. We're talking to her brother
About relocating?
about figuring out what does he want to ultimately do here. You know, does he, you know, because I mean, his intention was to keep it, wait until, you know, have his mom live there as long as she could.
Right.
And then afterwards, he would make a decision. Then,
Right.
did he want to move, or did he want to then transfer the house from him to Karen
And
So
rent
that-
it out? as
Yeah,
a-
so, yeah,
right.
Karen could rent it out or whatever. So we're just waiting to, you know, he's taking he is you know processing things
Right,
much
of course.
slower than K Rock is.
Right.
You know, and just in different ways. You know, so we're just waiting for him to get his feet underneath him a bit more and
Right,
sort
right.
out, sort it out.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sort it out.
Sort it out. Sort it out. Sort it out. What movie references that? Very odd.
Hard.
3,000 Big Room Bucks. Biggie, did you know? Bibi?
I want to say that it's not sorted out, right? It's
No, different words.
yeah, it's
Yeah, you know it then.
yeah.
Huh?
I don't even know.
So it's fire it up is the original quote.
Right.
Fire it up, fire it up.
What is it?
Which one of you motherfuckers want to bet this one isn't?
Yeah.
Huh? Fire it up. Fire it up.
He wasn't saying that to you, by the way. He wasn't saying that to you. That's the quote from the movie.
Yeah.
Grapes.
BB doesn't talk to people like that.
No.
It's from the movie The Crow, everybody.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah. Terrible
Did
movie.
did I watch that?
Terribly great and terribly terrible at the same time. It's a revenge movie.
I watched it not too long ago to refresh my memory.
Didn't hold up?
And, I mean, not to me, no.
The first one, the original, you mean the original one?
Yeah, no.
Didn't hold up?
It's got one of the best soundtracks of all time.
It's a great soundtrack. Oh, it's a great soundtrack. That Cure, the song on there by The Cure is excellent.
Love The Cure. Love.
They did. It's really interesting take. A different producer, different sound, but it's it's a great soundtrack. It's a really good.
Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. Yeah, there's not a terrible song on it. They're all pretty good.
It can't rain all the time.
British radio.
But it was the Lords of Acid are on there.
Yeah.
Adhoc saw the Lords of Acid in concert.
Flash.
Lords of Acid. That's that band.
Saw them in concert.
Where, when I had the tongue piercing, the BBs in my mouth, and I walked out. I was like, it was down in the strip district,
Nasty.
right down the street.
See?
And like I saw this
Like,
other
it
girl,
has
and
a
I
good
was
line.
like, I showed her my tongue ring, and she showed me her. I saw hers, and then she said, and went over and just started making out at this Lords of Acid concert with some,
Another Lord of Acid.
Random
clank,
shit.
clank, 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 clank,
Clank, clank.
Up in your
Little
mouth.
sword
Clank,
fight,
clank, clank, clank.
little tongue sword fight.
Yeah. Post fight. This is the life.
Yeah.
These are the days.
That was shortly before I developed my yeast infection.
In my tongue.
On my tongue.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I hate those two words together.
Infection.
No, because I like yeast. You need yeast for bread and carbs.
Yeah.
I eat carbs. Infection.
We should go together. Yeah, they should go together.
They are not Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Although they probably had those, both Laverne and Shirley.
Hmm?
In certain times. Oh,
Or
nothing.
they're also not Ramalama Ding Dong and Rickety Dictafic.
Well, that's a Grease reference. And not Shamil Shamazel Hoffenpfeffer Incorporated.
We gonna do it.
Gonna do it. Sorry. Have you ever heard of the TV show Laverne and Shirley? It was an excellent.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you did it. Good.
Why is it perfect? I don't know who that is.
Whoops. Sorry.
Hey, K-Rock, I need a sip. Hey, K-Rock, I need a sip.
Got the look.
Who sang that song? The look of love. Oh,
The guy that you love.
it's not. No, it's a Bowie ripoff.
Bowie.
Yeah.
No, it was ABC, I believe.
Nice.
What the heck?
Oh.
Give us any chance, we'll take it. Leave us any room, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Do it our way. Nothing's gonna turn us back now. Straight ahead and on the track now. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Do it our way. There's nothing we won't try. Never heard the word
Impossible.
Impossible.
I feel like this is what comes on at like 9 a.m. and you're like eating your Cheerios and
Make all our dreams come true.
You're lesbians?
Lesbian for me and you.
They're just friends? Are they just best friends?
They're
or-
just besties.
Oh, okay.
Best lovers.
They were roomies.
Yeah, but what's was interesting is
Trying to make it
that-
in Milwaukee.
in Milwaukee. Apparently, in Japan, the reruns of that show had an advert at the front, or not advert, something in the front
Warning?
saying that they
Disclaimer?
I guess, or that they actually were two women that escaped from the insane asylum and
Really?
living together, because two women weren't allowed to live together
Unless
in Japan or China or whatever.
No.
So they were two escaped crazy women, because no normal woman would act like that in
They're just
society
hysterical.
and live together.
That sounds like China.
People
more than
just
Japan.
know that
China,
together.
China,
Oh,
probably
Yeah,
China.
because even I had that question. Are they lesbians?
Mhm.
That's not allowed in Japan, especially like what was this? When did you see
Mm-mm.
this?
No, with all their yeast infections.
70s?
No.
No, right? Just sharing yeast infections together.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's,
that's true.
it is.
So you probably actually seen that show referenced a lot and didn't quite realize it's still referenced to these days in weird ways.
Oh yeah.
For days. Days. Like Family Guy, of course.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken.
Tequas. What you working on in the back room?
What you working on? Well, I have a portrait on the easel that I'm working on. And then this one was for me just trying different new techniques. I'm doing this whole new push back into a lot of white and with with emphasis on line work again, and then this interesting kind of what's it called? Glitch art kind of look and drips. So my portraits are kind of coming out of that. But so I wanted to see what I would do if it wasn't a portrait. How would I play? If it wasn't these white portraits that I'm doing. Like I did one of Ad Hoc from his 20s that was commissioned by the family, and I can show you guys that one. You haven't seen, but this is one that I was doing.
Let's
I did
make
for
it
me.
big.
This was Sunday night. This was Sunday night and Monday day. I did this.
Okay. Great job. Great accomplishment. Very not Buddha, but what's the
Buddha.
The reincarnate. They're like
Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama. Yeah, it's very Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama, my baby. Oh, Dalai Lama, my baby.
My honey.
So, anyway.
Yeah, no, I get this. Some definitely Dalai Lama vibes. What are the other ones in the background?
Oh, just paintings. Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh, just my accomplishments. Oh my god, it's just what I just do. I did this 2 hours ago.
This one finally finished. This has
Dalai
been
Lama.
paintings
That's
on
not the
paintings
Dalai-
on paintings on paintings.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
that. I like that. That makes me feel very
hear you.
peaceful.
Paintings on top
Sorry.
of paintings on top of paintings, huh?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of unfinished work that I've been trying to either finish or paint over.
Just paint it over.
Because I'm
What's
wanna
the top
just
one?
work further into this series.
I want to see that top orange one.
I want to get a consistent body of work here. And then look at this guy. Who's that guy? That's Doogie Howser, everybody. It's Doogie. Hi, Doogie.
Yeah, what you can't say is the super
Mwah,
radical.
mwah, mwah.
You can't.
He's affections. Mwah.
I love you. I love you, old me. Mwah.
Lords of Acid, I got a tongue ring too.
Lords of Acid. What you can't see is the super radical rat tail I had in the back.
That would be awesome.
No, just kidding. It was a mullet.
So anyway, I'm looking. I've gotten into doing these, like working on the canvas. So there's a lot of white space, and been applying gesso to it and sanding it and gessoing it and sanding it, so it's a super smooth surface, like paper almost. I saw this artist do it at Box Art Gallery, and like I was just marveling at them, and figured out the technique, and I've been applying it so that I could use more oil pencils as well as paint, so I can get the line work that I've been wanting to get, but it's hard to do it on a textured canvas. So I removed the texture from the canvas by filling it in and sanding it. And now I could use these really tight, great little line work, you know.
Okay.
So instead of using thick paint markers to get that line work or a brush, you know, I could use these great oil pencils that were gifted to me that were Rebecca's grandfather's, actually.
Wow.
So you can see all this great little, super little tight little line work.
Yeah.
You know. And then I paint over them so they fade through and get a lot of little layers. So it's really good. Really like what's happening. And most importantly, it's fast. So where these back here, it's like you work on it and then you work on something else and you work on something else. And by the time you comes back around, it's kind of, you know, like all these different other techniques get applied to it. So like they're a hodgepodge of a bunch of different techniques. But it's also a hodgepodge of almost like collaborating with another artist at that point, because so much time has passed in between. So, you know, they just end up being constant works in progress, because it's not just one great, awesome push and then next, you know, and that's really what I love to do, you know, is like work all in the flow, in the zone, and be happy, and then move on to the next one, and then let the next painting change instead of changing and coming back to the same piece over and over again. It's exhausting. Plus, the time doesn't work out. By the time the painting sells, the hours that I put into it, it's like getting paid, you know, like, you know, $5 an hour or something at that point, you know, compared to just being efficient and fun at the same time. So, you know, life's a work in progress. You figure out what works and what doesn't, and how to apply it all together, and then do it in uniform fashion. And so I'm applying it to these portraits, and if I want to keep that same look into my own work, so that it's all very concise and cohesive, so that when people come to me for portraits, they're not asking for 60 hours of me. They're asking for a much less increment of time.
Yeah,
and I could do it without getting completely sucked away of doing the fun stuff. So I've lowered, you know, anyway. And then eventually that's what I'll get known for, that style, the faster style, the minimalist style of things in a way. Anyway, business and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Business.
It's business.
Business fun.
I mean, like, I don't think you could hear me. And he was like, "What's behind you?" You're like, "Oh, just paintings." I was like, "Oh," it's like, "Oh, just my accomplishments." Oh, yeah, I did this 2 hours ago.
I was
like,
I did sound like a dickhead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean like what I meant to say is nothing I really want to.
Oh, that's just nothing. It's like, the fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's not how I meant it. That's not. I'm sorry.
No, but like that's what makes it funny, because it's like you have it down packed, you know. It's normal. It's normal.
Oh, just my life accomplishments.
Just
Just what I've been struggling on my entire life. It's a bunch of
Yeah, my children are scientists and they're like 9.
yeah, they'll take care
what
of me.
happened
I
with
get to
that
do this
head
crap. They'll take care of me.
thing? What happened with that head thing they were doing? Like the video.
Oh.
They're making a video or a cartoon or something. Or...
Oh, they do all kind of stuff. Oh, that was Thrilling Headgear for this. Yeah, they made an animation. That
Did that go anywhere? Did they do more? Did they have any more videos?
they've accomplished that, so they're on to the next thing.
Yeah. Should start bringing on one of their videos to share with us during the Wednesday
Okay.
night. Keep them productive, you know. We'll tell them you're sharing on the big room.
Well, they're pushing me to get this studio back up and running live, to start doing live painting again, to doing a thing here, to start recording. Because now video cameras are not video cameras, webcams. Dude, they're like $35. Where when I wanted to buy and get the studio up and running, they were $350.
Wow.
You know,
Is that how cheap they are now?
they're extremely cheap. A Logitech, you know, is like 65, but there's so many competing companies.
Yeah, that's like the depth of field, and so the background would blur. Like,
What? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. But they're anyway. The high end, you know, DPI, whatever, but extremely inexpensive now because there was such a big necessity for it during lockdown that all these other companies popped up too.
Right.
They won't have the same name as Logitech, but the same quality. So they were trying to get they're trying to get their brand out there. So it's a fraction of the price of what the name of Logitech is. So yeah, but I'm butt broke right now until I'm on another film. So I can't even buy $35 cameras at the
so
moment.
what's going on with the film industry here? In Pittsburgh? Why are you not on another film yet?
There's just one running right now, and I'm usually down this time of year. You know, this is the downtime. But unfortunately, I didn't because of lockdown. I was unable to collect the unemployment that I've been paying into when I work because I was just short of the amount of hours because it was lockdown time.
Oh,
so it's been so anyway. We've had no scratch. So, but it did force me to go into portrait work and figuring out how to do portrait work at a lower cost and offer that to people so that we can make ends meet during this time.
Got you.
Yeah.
So again, if this didn't happen, that's my walk away.
So you can
I
actually
learned from that.
advertise like, hey, this size a portrait for $200, this size portrait for $600, this size portrait for $1,000. You could start doing stuff like that, right?
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
Knowing what your time is. And
yep.
That sounds good.
So yeah, I ran a special of these size right here at 50% off. And I ran that special. It ended on March 13th.
What's 50% off of what?
Well, for that size and going minimal, normally they would be $650 plus 20%, like from a gallery, But I was saying, no, just to get it at a good, like, hey, I could do that real quick. I was saying that size was $390, so that 50% off is $195. So like, $195, I could do that. And the amount of time that I've gotten it to, it's inefficient. It's what I get paid for working on a film. Same amount of money.
Right on. That's awesome.
So yeah, and it's a great deal. Even if at 50% off, and then so I got 9 commissions. And so and then I'll have that body. And then as I'm displaying that body of work, it's becomes, that's what he does. There's a nice body of it. This is the style. It's a very elegant style. It's pristine. And it's at the rate they should be going at, because at that time I will be on a film, you know what I mean? And I'll just have to be able to do it one day on my weekends even, but if you're asking for my time at that, anyway. You know, the thing is with portraits, you know, this size canvas from the gallery goes for 680.
Wow.
So and then when you're doing a commission piece, it's an additional 20% added on. So, you know, they get expensive, you know. So I was trying to knock it down and find a way to do it efficiently, so that I could have people have portraits, you know.
Word. No,
People
no,
don't
that's
even
good that you
understand
systematize
how much money
that.
like it costs, like for the materials and like,
Yeah, the material alone, you know, I have to buy in bulk in advance in order to get a good price.
Yeah.
And then now I'm prepping the canvases in advance too, and that's extra gesso and stuff. I mean, each one of these canvases on their own, with that when they're not on sale, I think are $27 just for this.
Ad hoc was saying he was interested in that painting behind you on the orange one back there in the upper right.
This one?
Yeah.
This one here, or this big one?
No, I think the one down below.
All right, I'll show you.
Yeah, bring that
I'll
up and
show you.
it.
There's two. Hold on.
Here's what you've been waiting for, Adam.
I was
Wizard Man! Coming from the northern realms of Pennsylvania!
what?
Glaydon!
So it's the Greek myths, you know, Cupid.
Right, yeah. Sure.
So it's a story as old as time. Story as old as time, you know. So
yeah.
androids and two women as Cupid and Psyche. So yeah, there you go. Thanks. Sorry it took all that. I mean, it's pretty intricate.
Yeah. It's very informative, though.
But the orange one up above your right hand shoulder.
Oh,
I'm not falling for that again. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Room After Dark. Excellent. Are you seriously asking about this orange one, or are you messing with me?
No, he was serious.
Yeah, serious.
So is it this one?
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, I'm not gonna get it out. I could get it out.
It's
that is
wrapped
from
in there.
It is from a show that was returned to me recently. It was bought from a one-off show that we put together trying to save this building, trying to turn it into an AIDS outreach program place in Uptown Pittsburgh. This is circa 2000, I guess. And Bellinger and I helped transform this place for Reverend Derek Times. He's putting, you know, an outreach center for LGBTQ community as well as AIDS and HIV assistant. And in order to help get funding, Bellinger and I, we painted this place for them. We got paid for that, I think. But then we made a bunch of these paintings and sold them. We made it into a weekend art gallery. and I think it was like $65 for this big piece on panel back here. But George Kohler and his wife purchased it, and George Kohler recently passed over.
Oh wow!
And they're having a.
His wife was like, "I never liked this photo."
Yeah, it was pain. Get it? Thank goodness, because he would never let me get rid of it. But she downsized a bunch of stuff, and hey, the monk art. That's right. And anyway, it was returned to me as a gift. Good memory, really good memory. Such an interesting time when we didn't have any money. Like any money whatsoever. It was just chipped ham, white bread, spaghetti, and beer, cheap beer, and cigarettes. But that's all we did. That's all. But we were artists, you know. And thank goodness for guys like BB, who helped me live in Pittsburgh at the time. Because I had to get out of my one living arrangement thanks to my roommate at the time. But, anyway, yeah, I can't pull it out and show it. I'll show it to you when you come over. It's really great, but it helped me to remember the importance of line work that I was known for.
I got more videos up on Patreon this past week.
Who did?
I got a few more videos posted up on Patreon.
I'm looking forward to being a part of that. You can be a part of that too at www.patreon.com/B Laszlo.
I have no idea who B Laszlo is, but I just thought it was cool.
You know, it's everybody needs a name.
Right.
BB Rumble's already taken, so he randomly selected those letters.
I hate things like BB Rumble 6.
Oh, it can't be BB Rumble 6.
It can't be 6.
Sounds too much like sex. I mean, you know. Nobody likes that.
No.
Blaslow. Hey, Blaslow, what you doing over there, Blaslow?
Ooh, you almost made me a Jack Tripper all over the laptop here. Ooh, almost a spit take.
Nice.
You like that voice?
Yeah. All right.
Blaslow.
Blaslow. That's right from the Slovak band hall.
It's all like that or Earthworm Jim.
Oh, Plasma.
Plasma.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Good one, baby.
Earthworm Jim just showed up in a this animation video that my kids showed me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so weird that you should bring up Earthworm Jim.
That's crazy. So weird. I love it. Yes.
Nothing is trivial.
Question. Are we in the simulation theory, or is just the
are
listening is with ears as good as Alexa's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alexa has good ears.
I know ours does.
She lit up.
Yeah. She always lights up when you say her name.
Yeah.
She just lights up. Just lights up.
Like I'm always being recorded.
That's right.
Yeah, you are. It's
yeah,
true.
you are. Yep.
But we can't be mad because we bought it.
We bought into it.
No.
But yet we can't have access to our recordings. Hey, Alexa, play me this room 48 hours ago.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
But can you play back like the last 30 seconds?
Alexa, play back the last 60 seconds of audio you recorded.
Getting her selection from Audible. Resuming time with Tales of Beatrix Potter.
It's playing us Beatrix Potter for some reason.
Huh.
They just called you a Beatrice. Biatch.
Computer, what was just said in this room? Can't help you.
Yeah, they're not sharing that. Okay, so I see the idea for an app that would record. And actually, there was something like that in Twitch. I remember when we were setting this whole channel up, there were different things that were built into our initial browser when we weren't using StreamYard. There were yeah, there was a way to capture, and there was a way for us to say somehow snapshot something, and it would capture the previous 30 seconds. We had to say a word, and it would just capture that.
That sounds like magic.
Yeah, no, but it's actually a feature in Twitch.
Black magic.
And he doesn't mean that in a racist way.
No.
No.
I mean that in a Bruce Campbell way.
Right.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell. Who's that, Slay?
I don't know who that is.
All right, don't overdo it now.
The problem is that it's so short. It's going to be the most overused one.
All right. It is good.
I don't know who that is.
Well, we make a good song, actually.
We need like 6 or 7 more clips of that length.
Yeah, just little bite-sized snippets so we can.
Yeah, not
Little
just
sleigh bites. So we'll call them sleigh bites.
Yeah. I like it.
That's good. Chomp. Hey, come Slay, come to the camera and say, "Oh, sleigh bites," and then take a bite of your celery stick.
Yeah, get another one. Get another one.
No.
Oh, now she's shy.
I'll go, "Oh, it's sleigh bites."
Chicken grease running down her lips. How's it got to be chicken grease? I don't know.
It's food, right? It's a food.
Come on over. Hey, come on over with a chicken wing and do it with a chicken wing.
Sleigh bites.
We weren't ready for it.
We weren't ready. Got to go big screen.
All right, hold on. Okay, all right, we're ready.
That's ratchet. Too ratchet.
Wait, you gotta walk out. Yeah, you gotta be off camera first and walk up.
And hold the plate too at the same time.
No, it's ratchet, TK.
Ratchet.
Remember to say it and then walk back off. Wait, no. I was talking too long.
No, you don't.
There you go.
Why is it gotta be?
All right, no, wait. No,
I like the celery better. The celery was better. The celery makes a crunch.
Yeah, the celery makes a crunch.
Sleigh bites. Sleigh bites. You know,
but it's
like,
gotta have some ranch dressing or something on it.
No, that's too penisy.
No, it's not.
Never too fantasy, silly.
I was being silly.
It's 11:11. Make a wish.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
Perfect time for a penis sleigh bite.
For a penis sleigh bite.
That's it. Not welcome to the set. This is behind the scenes.
I'll be your celery fluffer.
Okay, everybody, quiet on the set.
Can you make the noise?
Quiet on the set. All right, so
Hands.
So you got to walk on. Gonna walk on.
No, walk on. Say the line.
Sleigh
Take a bite, and then walk back off.
And go ooh, oh, sleigh bites.
Yeah.
Oh, sleigh bites.
Pretty good.
That'll work.
Pretty good.
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. That was great.
That was what she chose to do as an act.
That works.
You know, it reminds me when we were doing the D&D redubs back in the day. A lot of the monks, Bobby, I was like,
rambles.
You know, I was always like, do it this way, do it that way. But in the delivery that you did wasn't. I was like, I like at the time. I remember thinking that's not how I would have done it. But then I watch it, and it's like, that's perfect. You know, and it's just brilliant. And it's always
a lot
like
of
one
anxiety.
of my favorite characters. You know,
A lot
Bob
of
is
anxiety.
my favorite character on it.
Dude, there was that.
So much anxiety. Is that what you said?
When we were redubbing
On me trying to
when
meet you.
when we were
freaking out.
redoing the original episode to update it from 11 to 21 years old, and we were taking we were taking out all of our old voices, all of our 11-year-old voices. There was a line that Ad Hoc delivered as the
usually.
pig butt, where where he's just talking about a sign from the heavens. I mean,
An sign from the heavens.
an indescribably immaculate sign from the
Sign from
heavens.
the heavens.
And then they fall, or then he just looks up and he goes, "Oh,
here they come now.
Here they come now." And you delivered it when we were 11.
Oh, so
here it comes now. And when you were 11, you delivered it perfectly. And I remember us. We went through at least an hour trying to recapture that
magic.
delivery, and we could not get it. We couldn't get it.
Delivery of.
I mean, we got pretty close to it, but I still believe that the 11-year-old delivery was better than what we have.
That's timing, that comedic timing.
Yeah.
It was just
because it's like.
But nobody else would know. Nobody else would know.
It's one of the facts that makes me believe in movie magic. Like that makes me believe in movie magic, because I think that for whatever reason, at that moment, that clip, when we were 11, there was some universal force that flowed through you that made the perfect delivery for, "Oh, here it comes now." And it was just impossible to recapture that. Even though we could hear it and you did it and you were there again, we could not reenact it exactly right. It was crazy.
Which is perfect. Perfect art. That's how you know when it's art.
Yeah.
Can't be duplicated.
Can't be duplicated.
It's of the moment, baby.
Yeah, there are definitely. I mean, there's timeless instances being.
Heck, if you're able to transfer all this over to digital and MP4s and whatnot, then I would say, hey, let's get to work on cutting that section of our 11-year-old recording out, putting it into the new version of the 21-year-old, so that line delivery is your 11-year-old voice. People would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's definitely doable. I mean, with today's technology,
it totally is.
Linear video editing. Yeah, I could do that fairly easily.
Children of the Monk and Jafar have mad editing skills at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, Monk, would you show our 11-year-old? Here's a good question. Would you show our 11-year-old? You know where I'm going with this.
I do.
Right. Show our 11-year-old minds as the D&D redub to your 11-year-old son and get their take on it and say, "This is what we did when we were 11." And what would they do? What would their response be? It'd probably struggle for them to comprehend.
Well, the first pass of the first episode, you know what I mean, where we still had sections of the original voice and our voice at the same time. I don't think it was there was nothing racy about it.
Other than the fact that her name was Negro.
Right. Which I think is actually, more honor.
And actually,
than
I do think that
some other,
Do we? There might be a fried chicken reference in there directly to Negro in that first episode.
But from her, though, I think not at her. It was always, Oh
yeah, no. It was,
I mean, which is
she was
fine.
defending
It's
it.
a very commonly known stereotype, and the whole thing is we're always
pointing out the
stereotypes throughout the thing by recreating the stereotypes with blatantly over the top delivery. I mean, that's the joke, right? I mean, that's the running.
It doesn't hold the same like in today's age.
Yeah. No.
Especially the
But what I show the chillins.
Like, I understand the context. It's all about context,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's definitely no swearing.
There's no swearing.
There's no swearing. There's nothing sexual at all in the original take.
Oh, well, no. Really? I don't know.
Is
The
it?
first one is no, the first one's no. Wait, ha.
No, that's the
What are
second
you all
one.
doing in my oasis?
That's the second.
Ha.
Yeah, that's the second
No,
episode.
that's the first one.
No, the second.
Is it?
Yeah, the first one
Of
is.
course. He has nothing to do with pig butts in the first. That's right.
No,
That's the city at
There's an LSD reference in the
Yeah.
first.
In the first one?
No,
No.
young Jim Morrison. That's
Yeah.
later too.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
city at the edge of midnight.
That's the second one as well.
Same one.
The first one is
Like
just
children's comedy.
yeah, it's just it's Tron Travolta. It's yeah,
Tron
it's,
Travolta.
Oh, and pig butts.
yeah,
Right.
Tron-
It starts
yeah,
off. That sets up the whole pig butt thing.
it introduces
And
pig
the
butt
piggy power pendant.
and the PPP, the piggy
PPP.
power pendant. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. There really is a disco god, and his name is Tron Travolta.
Oh yes, Tron Travolta. He's very bad. All funkiness aside.
Oh, punkiness.
Yeah. What?
What did she say?
John Travolta accidentally killed some dude on set. Shot them.
No, that wasn't John Travolta.
No, that wasn't John Travolta.
Yes, it was.
I couldn't hear what you said.
John
Lisa-
Travolta accidentally killed some dude on set.
Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
did.
that was Alec Baldwin.
Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know.
Could happen to anybody.
The same basic person.
Same person.
Oh yeah. Same era. White boys.
Yeah, the only difference is John can dance a little better.
A lot better.
John Travolta.
You're right, a lot better. Yeah, he can dance a lot better than Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin's hilarious. Though.
That happened.
Alec Baldwin is hilarious unless you're
I don't want to
married
picture
him.
that happening to me. That's horrible.
Yeah, unless you're
That's just
married. to him.
terrible. And you can look because you work on sets, TK.
Yeah, I could see
And
how.
like that
yeah,
happens. What?
yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
I know. Right?
Oh, oy vey.
Driving my yarmulke.
Skamutskin. We made stuff up. We made up words.
We made up words. Yeah, we did.
Skamutskin.
Skamutskin.
I mean, that just goes to show just
But
being
it
ridiculous.
sounds right. It sounds like it should work.
My yarmulke is going skamutsky. It's great. It's such a good line. And that's one of the things where I'd love to have a Jewish person on and just have their take on, it would be great if we could have in the big room, invite the different people,
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, like
and say, listen, this is from this
you
era.
at it, Yaakov.
Are we bad people?
Are we going to hell?
Are we get to? You tell us. Lay it on us.
And be honest, but don't hurt our feelings.
Be honest.
Is it from something? Is that from something?
No.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Black view, we
And
can
be
say-
honest, but don't
Yeah.
hurt our feelings.
What are the two black guys we were talking about last week that had the show?
Neil?
Mace and
Abba and Preach. My brother's
Abba
name
and
is Mason. That's Mason.
okay,
Abba and Preach.
preach, Abba, Abba and preach. I don't know why I couldn't remember that.
Abba dabba do. I call it I call it ad hoc Abba every once in a while.
Abba.
Abba.
Really? Why?
Because it's
Abba.
Abba.
And it
That's
says
cute.
Abba.
I thought Abba.
Abba dabba.
Word.
Then it's more like it's usually like Abba dabba.
Abba Dabba Do. Abba
Abba
Dabba
was the
Do.
band from Sweden.
Abba. Yeah. You are a dancing queen. There it is. That's it.
You can dance, you can shine, having the time of your life. Ooh.
Look how many lyrics she knows.
That
Good.
shit
As
is
a
the shit.
22-year-old black
Portal.
woman, how do you know so many of those lyrics?
Because Abba.
Seriously baffled. That was
At just 17, also great song.
it affects 17-year-old females regardless of
Oh, I
Era.
think
Era.
it depends
There's
on
an era.
Abba.
Abba dabba.
Or
How
if
do
you
you
like
know so many
movies,
lyrics from
it's in movies.
It's in movies.
And you know,
It
I watch
perpetuates.
An
I
immortal
watch
song
movies with
will
my
always
father,
be used.
all types of things with my dad. That's just like what we did. We would go to movies on like a Tuesday or something. Or
She has a good
whatever.
brain,
It's
like the rest of us.
Fucking movies.
That's
Trying to
her
get back to going to movies.
that she likes to drink away.
Nice.
Cheers. He drinks.
I know. I don't know. I guess I've been drinking.
Did she
Yes,
say
Andy.
she wasn't drinking enough?
She's not drinking enough.
This world does not need a sober big room.
No.
No, nobody needs that.
No, way too many of those in the
that?
world.
Nobody wants that in the world.
Nobody wants
There's lots of those in the world. You know what they're called? Orphanages.
What? That's such baby. You're killing it.
That was awesome. Oh my God.
Weird-ass jokes.
She had a different wig, and I had
Oh,
a
this is my
shaven
wig. Can you
face.
do that again? I missed it. Was I looking cute?
This world does not need a sober big room.
No.
No, nobody needs that.
No, way too many of those in the
that?
world.
Nobody wants that in the world.
Nobody wants
There's lots of those in the world. You know what they're called? Orphanages.
What?
What am I doing? What am I doing?
It's so great.
Nice.
Maybe that was such odd. That was like Will Arnett. Will Arnett had that. That's Will Arnett humor right there.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't buy that shit. That wig was like
That was a
$300.
great delivery. That was awesome.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
What? It's like you said it like so like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
It is like orphanage. What did you just say? Oh, nobody wants that. Oh
Nobody
man,
wants that.
it's so wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, the reactions are great. Yeah, the reactions are fantastic. They're great.
Great clip. That's great.
Because Slade's reaction is almost like, oh, like, oh, that hit me.
Ah, she goes.
She,
Oh,
yeah,
funny.
we're gonna grow those clips.
You guys know so many goddamn references. It's like every like next thing you say. It's like
That's how we started handing out big room bucks.
Yeah.
Because who could follow that? Who
Nobody.
could follow that?
I don't know, but there's a way we're talking about going offline and doing this show so that we can bring it into YouTube and Twitch and not get censored by sharing other people's clips and having, that to
Right.
comment on. So is that something
When we
want-
would make the reference, then you would find that reference and then put a little snippet in and do the meme.
Yeah, like
kind of thing.
I can run a test on it.
I
and
think
you-
the key. I think that what we talked about last week was right at the end, because we wound up talking forever after you left last week, Monk.
Thank God I left.
Yeah.
I mean, really? What'd you talk about?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You have to watch the rerun, Monk, before it's taken
I
down.
will. Okay.
Yeah, we wound
I'll
up-
do my homework.
We wound up streaming for over 5 hours total.
Wow.
Yeah.
we were talking. We had everything. to
We were
say.
talking about gender and race and transgender
Yeah.
and
trans race.
Transracial
trans race.
people.
Yeah.
And
We
like
did.
I was so basically I was like we had this conversation, like a long conversation, like you feel the same way about transgender people with like transracial people. And at the end of that I was like, oh, like if I'm using that same logic, then like
Maybe I am.
not the same. Like, like because we were also like there's this one transgender woman athlete in the
Swimming. in the Olympics.
NCAA.
Oh.
And she like of course like blew it away. Like
She was like an average male swimmer.
she
on
was
the
like,
male
you have
team.
the averages of most, but better than like most women. And it's like, for me, like, yeah, I would consider you a woman, like you're a woman, but it's like that when is the cutoff? Like, I don't think it's
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Because
it's like where's the cutoff? Like, I don't think it's fair that you can like
Basically, they let her compete in the women's division,
Right.
after
Of
she
course. Like literally there was
Right.
2 minutes.
He was
with-
an average male swimmer, but when he transgendered and went to women's,
Right, I get it. I
Yeah,
follow it.
he broke all the records.
literally swam laps around the women.
And like
He
the
was like
other
3
ones
laps
were
ahead.
still swimming, and it was like 2 minutes later, and they're like still swimming. Nobody applauded this woman, this trans woman. It's a trans woman, still woman, but like you know, like.
But you got to say
Yeah.
trans woman, and
Yeah.
we're saying there should be a third category in the Olympics that's for transgendered people. And if you want to compete in that, regardless of, then I guess there would have to be 2 more categories: transgender women that went transgendered into male, and transgendered males that transgendered into females.
Yeah.
And until we get to the point where we can just simply switch our avatars completely and authentically, as in the simulation theory, if this is a simulation theory, we will advance to that point to where you're in a video game. I'm going to play this character, and your attributes change.
Yeah.
Until we get to that point, which we haven't figured out in our fleshy forms, then
only in the animated forms. Transformations. Animations.
Changing your gender is not changing your musculature, and the
Yeah.
musculature is what's winning, and hence the conversation that sparked a couple hours, because she was defending, I'm willing to call her a woman, but you can't trans race. And
we were arguing like that's not the same thing.
even
you
after
know?
we
I mean,
hung
like,
up, after BB left, her and
I was like
went
trying to
for
figure
another
out,
half an
and I
hour.
talked to my mom about it too, because like there is a difference. Like there's a difference. Like yeah, like someone can like change the color of their skin, or wear a wig and make their hair curly, or whatever. Do like all these procedures and stuff, but like, are they really black? Like,
No, but they're willing to take on
is
the
that
mantle and
person really a
defend.
woman? Like,
Again, it's your avatar.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. But they're willing to take on all the hatred and accept that and break down the
Yeah, that
boundaries
was the
of what it
first
is
thing.
to be human and an earthling. Because if you
Yeah.
strip it all down, this is what's underneath all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when are we just earthlings? When are we just humans? You
yeah,
know,
that
at
was the
what
first
point?
thing that my mom and my sister were like, why would someone do that? Why would someone like try to be black? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so
They
we
were
had
like,
to. I went to
"What?"
dinner with her and her younger sister and her mother this evening, and her younger sister agreed with her, and her mother actually agreed with me that no, if you're willing to accept that person as a transsexual, you know, then and she said, I'll call her and what she wants, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm acknowledging that's a trans person. It's not the authentic thing. And I was like, I agree with that. And that's why we said we should have separate categories. But I explained the scenario. I explained what we talked about. I explained what it stemmed from the swimming. And it was cool. I mean, to have that conversation with, 3 Black women at different
I just
ages.
never even thought about it like that. That's, I never even like thought like this is like your thing that people
How old is your
do.
sister? You're
16.
So 16,
So it's just like,
22,
well,
and a
no, I was just confused. by it.
56-year-old woman.
Is she 50? No,
No,
56.
how old is she?
I don't
54,
know. I don't
54,
even know.
something like that. In any case, she don't know. But the point is, plus 50-year-old Black woman. So, but no, it's an interesting conversation, that went. I mean, it definitely merits like all that
it was
conversation in this.
That's why I hung around for 3 hours afterward, till 3 in the morning.
Right on. All right. Good night, everybody.
No,
Signing out.
and I was letting BB and her just go at it. Like I stayed out of the conversation.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, I definitely like think
Over
about
an
it differently.
hour.
Yeah, I definitely think about it
Oh
differently.
yeah, it was very
It
interesting.
was a great
conversation.
heated debate.
I gotta watch that. I know what
Yeah,
I'm
it
doing
was
tomorrow.
It was interesting for sure. But what were we talking about before we bounced back to last week? We were saying what were we just talking about a second ago? Before we
D&D.
started? No, it wasn't.
Oh, getting to YouTube and memeing.
Oh yeah,
up
getting to
and
YouTube.
and
Yeah,
cutting
yeah,
and-
yeah. Because like we talked about last week, I think that we figured it out. The plan should be for us to stream on Twitch
Only.
and only on Twitch, and then after that we have to go to the Twitch channel and download the video onto our computer. Then
put that in editing software.
right, and then someone needs to put in there like the like on the opening credits or the closing credits or
The
something.
disclosures.
The disclaimers as to
Disclaimers, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then we put that in the text.
So
of
we
the
download
YouTube
it before Twitch has a chance to ban us, because Twitch will ban us as well. I think we got
From the
notification
airing?
as well. Yeah.
I don't know if they. I don't know. We have no marks against us on Twitch.
Okay, so we'll try it with Twitch since we have
Yeah.
no marks against us, no points on their point system. She's rebelling against points. She's like,
Fuck it.
whole
Fuck
nother
the points.
point systems in work and in
Oh,
life.
okay.
People got to come up with systems.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah, keep everything.
Oh,
in
that's
sync.
new systems.
But no, so okay, so we'll stream it on Twitch next week.
Basquiat reference.
And next week, if you guys want to, anything you come across during the week on YouTube, if you want to throw it into a folder, our viewing audience, if you come across anything on YouTube and want to throw it into a folder that you can share us the link with next week for us to review and comment on and have real-time reactions and talk about whatever it is, we're willing to do that. And we'll test it out next week.
We will test it out on you next week.
That is just terrible, is it not? It's just so bad.
Yeah.
What's been? Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
Dry.
yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I got.
It's like letting you keep coughing and yeah, it definitely does not sound good. Like,
Yeah, I've never had allergies up until like 10 years ago. And now they're fucking.
Yeah,
I hate them. I hate them.
First time I had any allergy, we moved to San Francisco, and it was one summer, and we were outside. Rebecca was doing something for the American Conservatory Theater, and it was like this outdoor thing, and I couldn't. My eyes were like I couldn't see, and like the burn in my throat, and it was like I was poisoned. But I was around flora and fauna and spores that I'd never been exposed to my entire life.
Right.
And I was in my 30s, and it just like
overwhelmed.
My body freaked out. Yeah.
And they were doing live theater and you couldn't restrain yourself from just going into Hackfest. Is that what you're saying?
There were booths. There were different booths like doing stuff. It was during this arts festival, and the American Conservatory Theater had a booth, and they were selling subscriptions to the theater season, etc. Like that.
Because it would have been worse if there was like live theater.
Theater going on, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, because like I literally yesterday I called her afterwards. Like I did my first ride for my job, and I almost had to cancel myself. I was like, I went into a hacking
you sound like tough, all right.
Well, I went into hacking fit with my first passenger in the car.
Buddy Hackett fit. Can you turn into Buddy Hackett while driving? Sorry.
I was like, dude, I just have really bad allergies. But in case it's not, I'm gonna put this mask on. He's like, and he was cool. He's like, dude, I got four vaccinations. Don't even worry about it.
But that's the thing, is like
it was warm enough, I could put the windows
day
down,
and age, babe, it's like if people could cough or sneeze here and there, whatever, and that's just like a normal thing. But now it's like if you cough or sneeze around me, you're killing my family, or you're gonna kill me.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you see how I'm coughing now uncontrollably. Like 2 days ago, I called off work. I went in because I was like, oh, like they're gonna like have like a point against me, and I don't lose my job. I like my job, so I went in, and the managers were like, we visibly see that you're sick, so go home. So they sent me home early, and then I was still sick yesterday. So I was just like, I'm just glad that like the facility like has HR and stuff, because I was like, I don't think that like me, like I handle people's food and drinks and stuff, and like I'm coughing and like airborne stuff, I shouldn't come to work.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously.
And
yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just one of those like things where it's like there are people that will call in sick but really just want to go to a party, or they are hungover or something like that.
I like parties.
Mm-hmm.
Like Buddy Hackett, like
it's like, I'm sick. I'm gonna call So I think that's why they have like that system. I don't think
HR.
it's the worst like system and stuff, but at least there's like HR or something where like people that really value your jobs. Who's that?
It's Buddy Hackett. That's Buddy
I
Hackett.
don't know who that is.
I'm old enough.
I never.
Uh-oh.
Are you frozen?
Let's see how. Let's see how.
Are you actually frozen, BB? He froze for like 10 whole seconds.
And you might have told Martina to come up to the fest. I think next year you ought to come up to the Aspen Club and do that. It's for good charity. I know it is. She's got a charity for children and the mental health. I wanted to come there. I had something else that weekend. Right? What do you mean you had something else? How could you? I had another engagement. All right, now you got a year notice. Okay. Would you come?
Italian, Jesus Christ.
That's it. Martina, John will be there next year. That leaves me out. Anyway, I've been hornswoggled, folks.
Hornswoggle.
He's so like New Jersey
Hackett?
Italian.
Buddy Hackett and the Music Man. That's it. Chiaputi. That's what I was looking for.
He's kind of Joey Pantalone, you know. Pesci. He's like Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci. He's got a funny voice and it's kind of.
And a woman who kissed on the second time out is anything but fussy. But a woman who waits till the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl he's glad he's found. She is Chiaputi, 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 Chiaputi.
Chiaputi. That's Family Guy.
Chiaputi, Chiaputi. Once just to raise the button, walk around twice and you make the button. Once more in the flower garden, you never get soft, you beg a garden.
Buddy Hackett.
No, it's funny. She knew Japoopty from. She was like, "That's Family Guy."
Family Guy.
She's fucking so good with pulling out rep. Like I can't. Like, babe, I'm impressed. She rivals the Tiki Tape Recorder. Like when it comes to like she knows from popular media. I'm like,
It's because my dad like he
what the fuck?
My dad like fucking plays every 5 seconds. And he'll ask me, "Do you know what I'm talking about?" Yeah. It's brilliant. Yeah.
It's painful. It's so painful.
I had a Buddy Hackett fit.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's why when he said he was at a hacking fit in the car, my mind went to that he just couldn't stop doing his Buddy Hackett imitation when he got somebody in the back seat of the his cab. I was like, now that's funny.
That's how subliminal shit. Like
You
in
can't
your
stop
brains.
doing my Buddy Hackett. Buddy Hackett.
sorry.
Was a nice
I'm sorry.
guy.
I'll wear a mask.
Why did you even mention that?
I'll wear a mask.
You
You want me to wear it? I'll wear a mask. I'll wear a mask. And then you put on a mask that's a Buddy Hackett mask.
Right. Heck away.
Problem with me? You got a window button, buddy. Push it.
Got a window button.
Push it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can only.
I'm hacking here. You got a window button. Push
I
it.
can
buddy.
take you in small doses. Like if I had to live with this kind of person, oh my god,
Yeah.
really have an issue.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Mundocs are annoying.
Family Guy's good. And you watch it, remember it because you know it's annoying as fuck.
But when you got to live with it,
Don't watch it anymore.
Right.
Are you saying you wouldn't live with me if I talk like?
Fuck no.
And there you
Oh,
have
he's
it.
hacking. I'm hacking here.
Buddy hacking here. Buddy hacking. Buddy hacking.
Get another drink.
Right.
BB. Oh, BB. Have you been writing lately?
Yeah, I've been writing a little bit. Nothing that's like short stories. I've just been working on some of larger stories that I've been tossing around. But I have to write another article this week for the movie reviews for April, for the April movie reviews. So I have to take care of that in the next few days.
Well, what have you been watching?
I've been watching.
Like what is the movie that you were reviewing?
Oh no! I'm doing that. I'm doing a series of articles for a couple of websites. Forward Fiction and EurocoSmith.com, where I'm just giving a review of, in my opinion, the best 5 horror movies ever released in that month. So I've done January, February, March so far, and next month I'm doing April, and it's just
the horror.
Yeah, it's just what 5 movies that were released in April. Yeah, what 5 movies ever released in April are the 5 best horror movies, in my opinion.
This is the best thing you've ever
And by the way, he's not saying horror; he's saying horror movies.
Yeah, horror movies.
Horror? Shut no.
Horror. WHORE movies. R.
That's a joke. What are you wearing?
What are you wearing?
I meant it that button.
So, was she wearing it like her ass was out? Yeah.
If
could
you
touch her
want to
if her
see
ass is
Eureka
out.
Smith and what she is wearing, go to there and you can see BB's bare bottom.
BB's bare bottom. That's what actually BB stands for. You don't know that.
I don't think that's
bare
the
bottom
actual-
rumble. Bare bottom rumble.
Good old bare bottom. I don't think that's the actual web address.
That's what it is.
I mean, that's what a bare bottom rumble is.
I thought it was two greased up human beings, but but nope. It's just
that is the sound of the farts.
The bare bottom.
You know what farts? What
beer barrel polka.
Ass cheeks doing
Stop
that.
it.
It is. Well, it's your sphincter and ass cheeks. Sphincter muscle. It's vibrating like a trumpet player. That's.
You could do it with Reese's
vibrating.
grass if you want.
I've never.
That is not the correct.
I've never farted not once.
That is not the correct.
Grass. It's a much higher pitch.
Not the correct web address there.
It's not.
It's not. Okay. Tell me what it is. We'll correct it.
It's AngelaYSmith.com.
Angela, why?
How did I come up with the Eureka?
Because that's what the Y stands for.
So Angela.
Y.
Spelled it wrong.
ANGELA.
Spelled it wrong.
Oh. But we're going there?
We're not going there.
I'm just kidding.
Horror films. Top 10 horror films.
That's it.
Horror films.
Angela.
Horror films.
Horror.
Horror.
Yeah.
Angela on horror.
Angela. Sorry, that's not a reference to her. That's a reference to Tony Danza.
Right.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Right.
Find the headlights on the highway. Find the headlights on the highway. They're both frozen. They're both frozen right now, Princess Leia.
Am I frozen?
It's not that the joke's
Am I good? Am I good?
You're good. Everybody's good.
No, they bombed, babe. I didn't laugh either.
See, now that was funny.
Sorry, was I frozen again?
Your brain was.
Yeah. This
Great.
is where my brain went.
That was cocaine. The cocaine ball.
Angela.
This is backing up with cocaine.
But there, he said Angela. Angela. Did you hear?
Okay.
I'm sorry, like.
Mona. Angela. Mona.
What is it, Sylvester Stallone?
Pretty much.
You know, he was. And then Friends had their cop version of it.
Yeah.
Is that Yakov Smirnoff?
Whitey Bird. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to get one. Angela. Sorry.
Brooklyn Queens.
Pasta.
We're looking for the
How can you
Brooklyn.
eat that much pasta as an Italian person and still have abs?
That's a stereotype. Italian people don't have abs.
Oh, snap.
See how I switched that up.
Or eating pasta.
See, it wasn't the pasta. It was the see.
Or they're taking a lot of laxatives.
Did you see that cocaine bowl? That's how, baby.
I've never met somebody where it's like you can literally be like 5'2" and still like be like what the fuck, you know, like just like oh, you're like
That's the Napoleon complex.
oh my god, you're so boisterous. Like I'm scared of you.
Boisterous, Angela.
Popcorn in this moolie is gonna pay for it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not about the juju beans and
juju beans.
Oh, what did you say, little white man?
You
heard me.
Yeah, like Italian men can like Italian men can talk to like black guys are like 6'2", and like black guys will be like, you remind me of this.
oh, that's you just all right.
You might be packing a piece.
Oh damn! That's why Italians and black people
If
get
you're
along
so
well.
little and
For real.
yeah, you must be
The
packing.
Irish people and Italian people.
And I said, I ain't dancing. I went to club. You get a lot of people get drunk.
That's a different one.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Italian.
I watched that with her.
This is it, Rocky.
Yeah.
He is so
She loved the suit.
handsome.
She loved the suit.
Because the movies are so emotional and so real. You sit there and go like, hey, this is real. Yeah, and Stallone have y'all white people pumped, especially Italians. If the Italians see Rocky, they come out the movie theater, they be like, Italians are funny people because they act like niggas. It's real funny. They do. They hold their dick more than us to be standing around like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, can we get busted for this?
Right here, right?
Oh.
What? Hey, fuck you, all right? Everything is a question, too. Hey, what am I, an asshole? What am I, fucking jerk? Get the fuck out of here. It's
Fuck
right
out
here,
of
right?
here.
It's right here, okay?
This is a chicken visual right here. Oh, like, what the hell?
Stereotypes.
After they see Rocky, they come out the theater charged. They be like, all right, Rocky! That's Hey, Paisan, you going in to see Rocky right now? Yeah, great fucking movie.
Great fucking movie.
You don't like this way. Comes out, fly comes out, he breaks his big fucking nigga's face. He puts a fucking wide open fucking Moonlight laying on the floor, fucked up.
Moonlight.
Great. I fucking love it, man. All right, Rocky. Hey, you know something? At the end of this picture, now, just between you and I don't want to ruin the surprise, but Sly wins this one again. You know, something, you know what I like about Stallone's movies? The realism, you know? Because, you know, that's the way you got to fucking treat those fucking moolies. They think that they can fucking push around. There's your big hot shot. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
My face with that shit. That's what I like about Sly. He goes in, and the moolies are beating him, and he don't fucking go right. He's not fucking going down. He comes in, he cracks the fucking moolies hole like
I'm
this.
feeling uncomfortable right now.
That's what you know something? You can really do that. You can really fucking do that. You see that fucking big moolie stand over there?
Keep it going, T.
See that black guy over there at the
Okay.
line getting some candy? Yeah. 6'5". I'm 5'2".
See?
I ain't no big guy, right? Italian, watch this.
But I'm Italian. Watch this.
Okay, that's a threat. It's like,
Hey, excuse me, brother. Hey, let me have a box of juicy fruits and
I know, he's such a
some
little
bonbons. I think I have some bonbons there, and let me have some junior mints and give me another box of juicy fruits, and the niggas are gonna pay for it. Excuse me. You heard what I said, Mooly? Pay for my fucking candy.
like they have the audacity. I'm like, goofy, like,
I'll kick your ass.
oh wow.
Oh, you just saw Rocky.
Oh, you just so Rocky.
You just saw Rocky.
Hey, white man.
Looks a little Italian white
I
man.
enjoy Sylvester Stallone's movies too, but I'm getting waiting to get some candy. I'm gonna go see a movie with my friend. Why don't you just go hop in your IROC Z28 and take your ass home? I'll kick your fucking ass. Did they hear that Rocky music? Hour later, he's not gonna make it. Big nigger named Abdullah's hand wrapped around his throat. And a box of juicy fruits rammed up his ass. He's not gonna make it.
There it is.
That's it.
Box of juicy fruits rammed up his ass.
So stereotypes have been pretty much the butt of every joke for humans.
Yeah.
We love to point out differences between each other.
Italians are the black
Yeah.
or the black people. Italians with the black people with white people. Basically. I think that's why he mentioned it. And it's like
It's what?
the cultures, the Irish and Italians get along the most.
You think because they're stereotyped as a warlike people?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely
Outcasts,
Irish and
you know what I
Italian
mean? Like if they
stereotypes,
called
Irish
you
stereotypes.
if you were Irish, you know, and you came over here, like you were gonna get your servant, you were treated like shit and all that, you know. It's not like
Right. Yeah.
yeah. So
Man.
Like black people,
Right?
treated treated like shit.
Yeah. Like there, during the building of the railroads, there was a lot of exploitation of Asians. To build railroads, like what?
Oh man, they had concentration camps for the Asians in San Francisco area.
World War II, yeah.
Man, they called them actually the Patties and the Coolies.
I mean, you're talking in
Patties
less than 100 years ago. Less than 100 years ago, 80 years ago, there were concentration camps for Asians.
That's insane.
In San Francisco. I mean,
yes, there was. Yes, there
less
was.
than 80 years ago. Yeah, I mean,
when Pearl Harbor happened.
George Takei was in a concentration camp when he was a kid.
Wow.
Magneto. He went on to become the real life Magneto.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Star Trek.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes.
Very accurate.
See?
Very accurate.
That was a great.
If you don't know it, roll it.
No, don't overdo it.
Don't do it. We're not making fun of somebody for not knowing. We're just it's.
Shh, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Everybody be very quiet. You better go lay down right now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I'm not sure what's happening, but
I like it.
You better go lay down. I love it. I love it. She's like, shh, you better go. She thought when she said shh, that her sound went off. And she's like, you better go lay down. I was like,
Through the teeth.
so stern. Oh,
Through the
I'm not
teeth.
used to that.
Odd, right?
Yes.
All right. On that note, I'm saying good night.
I'm getting ready to head out. I was just about to say the same thing. I'm about ready to bail.
Thank everybody. Thank Christian Bale for showing up tonight. Buddy Hackett, Scott Baio, who wanted to playing the part of Tony Danza,
Alec Baldwin,
and
George Takei.
George Takei's
And yeah, we
Magneto,
addressed all our pop culture today, the slapper
including
across
Dungeons
the
and Dragons.
internet and the
Yes.
world. And we just basically eradicated and addressed all stereotypes
Right.
perpetuated
So-
in comedy.
That's right. So we
for
don't need
all
it
time.
anymore.
So
Yeah.
we did all that
And
tonight. I don't know what you guys did at home, but thank you for joining us.
And
We'll see you next week. Bring your YouTube clips. Bring your YouTube clips. And
they're not
we'll
heavy.
talk about this.
Bring as many as you want. They don't take up much space.
Virtually none.
Well, meat.
Till then, have another space beer, glip glop. We love you.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane.
That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it,
That was
dude. You
good.
nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan. There,
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you did. You visually transformed
That's
yourself into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.